Live streaming
ugh,
is on.
there's too many Negroes in these fucking relationships. All right, I'm tired. I want some black on black love. We always see black on black crime. I want to see fucking black on black love.
See,
Nigga, I want the.
and my
I want,
response to that is good luck finding that in which the situation isn't like overly fucking toxic and just stupid.
nigga, I want the black love to be so strong. The movie is put in the fucking ebony category. That's how love. That's how strong I want the fucking black love to be.
What
So
about Black on Black
so
though?
Black and
you
Black
want 50
Love,
Shades of Grey, but with all black people.
but
Yeah,
Black
bruh.
and Black
Yeah,
That's what
Love
it sounds like you want.
is definitely not the 2020. It was definitely given that in the early 2000s, the 1990s, early 2000s. Because you've seen Black and Black Love. Like, what's the movie with the two black couples? I think Sonali and whoever, like, they was in New York and they both love music and stuff like
Oh,
that.
that's
And
brown
then,
sugar. That's her and Tay
hmm
Diggs. That's brown sugar.
and then Love and
I was gonna
Basketball
say
had the
Love
black and
Jones.
black. So it's just
Love and
Love
Basketball was
Jones
fucking
also
stupid.
love
Don't
and
had
mention that
the.
movie in my
basketball is
presence
not a
again.
black love movie.
Don't mention that
Obviously,
movie in my presence ever again. That movie is
Oh,
fucking
y'all
that
better
stupid.
was
stop!
I said Love
Don't do
Don't
Jones.
ever
them.
mention that movie in my presence
Don't
again.
do them like
I said
that.
Love
Don't
Jones,
mention that
Love
movie.
and Basketball.
I'll give you brown sugar, but never mention Love and Basketball in my presence again.
I said Love Jones, not Love and Basketball.
No, she
I
said
said
Love
Love
and
and
Basketball.
Basketball.
Uh,
Y'all better
Love
not.
Jones is okay.
Don't do Love and
Love
Basketball like
Jones is
that.
okay.
nah.
Love and
Let me tell
Basketball
you
was
something
fucking
about love
stupid.
and
Don't mention that
basketball.
movie in my presence again.
Love and basketball was not a black love movie. You telling me you watched that entire movie and you thought them niggas was in love?
There was nothing romantic about none of that
There
shit.
was
That shit was
nothing
stupid.
romantic about that nigga.
you ain't
Yo,
never
That shit was
Omar
stupid.
Epps
nothing about
is like top 5 fuck boys in a movie, yo. That
She,
nigga was
he,
toxic
he really had her looking goofy the entire movie, dog.
the
So
entire
fucking
fucking
goofy.
movie.
But it's about two black people that love basketball.
You know, it needs the audacity to ask for black
Ain't
on
that
black
much
love,
ain't that much love for another
and
person
then
or
hate
for
on the
basketball
black
in the
on black
world. I'm
love.
sorry.
Oh my lord,
There ain't that much love
y'all
for
is
not near sport nor near person in the world.
y'all is some picky black on black love.
I'm not pick. That's not being
Hey,
picky.
Again,
That's just a bad
again.
example.
I repeat. Portrayal.
no, that's real. That's based on a true story. I know a bunch of
That is
relationships
based
like
on a
that.
true
There
fucking
was a
story.
couple of them
Fuck
like that.
that,
There was a couple of them like that in AI.
Bruh.
man.
We
Listen,
can't all have we can't all have the Huxtables. We can't all have um
Why not?
black on black love.
and then
Well, we could have had it back then. We can't have it now because they
and then
not
see
putting
Now we're
those
gonna
on
see
have it
TV
now.
no
see,
more.
No,
here's the
no,
thing
I
for me.
rebuke. You know what? I
Here's the thing for
rebuke
me.
that.
You want to know the realest relationship I think I've seen in any fucking black TV show or whatever. Fucking Martin and Gina.
eh,
They,
Oh,
uh,
Mary.
they went through
Is
I
Gina
don't
they went through
know.
their
considered black
bullshit,
enough?
but they had fun. But they had fun in the fucking process.
I don't know if I agree with that.
what about the
Because they
Bernie Mac show?
definitely had some
The only,
moments.
the only thing that the only thing that fucking
Nah, because
I guess
Martin
you
did
could
a
say
lot of
ruins
shit.
that.
Martin did a lot of shit that some niggas is
Let
not
me
getting.
say, good time was their real black on black love.
Nah, Florida was toxic.
Florida, yeah, my father does not like Florida. He thinks Florida is very toxic.
Florida wanted to stay in the ghetto.
James,
She wanted to stay in the ghetto.
No, Ray, don't ever do that again because it sounded just like her, which is
That
Nah,
was
you
that
know
really
was
who
that
I'm
was
giving
spot
it
on.
to? Do
weird.
you know who I'm giving
That
the
was
black
spot
love?
on.
No, you want to know? You want to know who I'm giving the Black Love Award to? Fucking Carl Winslow. I'm
yeah,
You
giving
know
it
what?
to
Now
him.
that
Oh,
you
from
Yeah,
his
Family
love,
you
his
know
Matters.
love.
what?
all
I
Yes.
right.
don't think I've
Yeah,
ever
they was
seen
good.
I don't think I've ever seen the Windows arguing not in the episode. I don't think them
Well,
niggas
like if
fought
they
like
argued, they resolved it that episode.
Yeah, they argued it resolved in that episode.
it wasn't even like okay, their arguments weren't even really like arguments per se. There's arguments and then there's disagreements. They had
Yeah,
disagreements,
they
not
had a slight disagreement.
full on arguments.
Yeah, that's what I
Well,
want. Bring that shit back.
he was a cop, so
Cause
I
every
don't
time, bro,
think
every
it
time I
was.
see a new fucking show, it be a new fucking show on Netflix or HBO Max, and it's always some Negro. They either with a fucking person that isn't black, or they gay and they really with a person that ain't black. I'm tired. I want black love, damn it.
Did we already mention Whitley and Dwayne? Those are my favorite couple.
I don't think
Oh,
Whitney's
yeah,
black
but
enough.
that
yeah,
that
but
was
She
realistic.
might not be considered black enough. They might be hitting the interracial thing for these guys over here.
nah. The only reason, the only
I
reason I'm
I
a
kind of
slightly
want to give
pushback
her
on
a
that,
pass.
nah, I'm gonna like push back on that a little bit because didn't that nigga had to save her from getting married to another nigga?
Yes,
Yeah,
he
that
he
was
did
cute.
it.
That
He
was
did it in
nice.
epic fashion. That shit was smooth. That shit
I'm
was
just
smooth.
saying.
That's my favorite episode of the whole series.
Baby, don't do.
Well, she was
That's my
gonna get
favorite
married
episode
to
of the
a
whole series.
politician, so she was en route to get married to a rich nigga.
Well, he
That
He
takes
was
definitely
like
that
wasn't a
he
takes
was
a
like
booster
married to
special.
on
Trump.
Ray Ray.
Aside from love, that takes a
Lord.
special level of gangster.
Yes, it
If you
does.
ask me,
And she
that
just
takes a
said
that
yes.
takes a very special, very specific level of gangster to bust it up in somebody's way and be like, "Nah, she coming with me, homie."
You know who else did that? Professor Ogilvy to Nikki.
Yeah, which pissed me off. By the way, that
He ain't
shit
even want
fucking
her.
pissed me off.
Yeah, he ain't even
Why
want her.
did
You
this?
spent the whole series rejecting her. No, keep that same energy, nigga.
Ray. Ray.
All right, so
Let me ask you a question.
what about living single?
Which one? Obi and Sinclair.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Child, I don't even think they got in a relationship to the end. It felt
that was
like,
some goofy.
and then when they did get in a relationship, they left each other.
No, you're
Ray,
thinking of
that's
Max.
like the
I think you're thinking
equivalent.
of Max
Yo,
and Kyle.
Ray, that's like the fucking equivalent of you wanting wings the entire day. You get like yourself a nice fucking 10-pack. You about to eat that shit, and then your girl wants one all of a sudden with no warning, with no indication that she wanted wings in the first place, and then she just takes one off your shit. That's what he did.
That's why I get 11 wings.
That's why I get
This seems to be okay. If we're talking,
that's why I
but
give her a home set. But
you know, if we're talking about TV couples and shit, this seems to be like a Can we move on to what we were originally talking about? This could be a Valentine's Day topic. We can start going on about TV couples and shit. That could be a Valentine's Day topic.
let's see. When is? Let me look at the calendar.
It's on
'Cause
Tuesday.
I have my
In
own. I have my own
2023,
suggestion for a topic for that for around that day anyway.
Uh,
in
Oh man.
2023, there is no relationship or black on black love or black love empowerment at all.
speaking of, I need someone to find Taylor's
What
Watson.
about okay. I cannot believe I'm fucking saying this for everybody to hear, but I'm actually gonna give that to DDG and Halle Bailey.
Bart?
Yes.
No, you're gonna have to explain that.
What do you mean? Have you seen them? Have you seen the clips of those two? She had that nigga, bro. She had that nigga singing high notes. When your girl have you singing high notes, you in love. I don't care.
Especially with his deep ass voice.
Especially with his deep ass voice. You heard how deep voice, bro. That nigga voice deep as shit. It surprised the shit out of me. But when that nigga started singing high notes,
You know what though?
bro, it wasn't even the fact. No, it wasn't even the fact that he was singing the high notes. The way that girl looked at that man while he was singing them high notes, bruh, you could see the twinkle in her fucking eyes, bro.
Yeah, that girl in love.
She
Did y'all
had the
follow
fucking
DDG
cartoon
before
lovey-dovey
Haley?
eyes.
Did y'all follow DDG before Haley?
He used to be
A little bit.
He used
Yeah,
to
he
be
used to be on
2K.
YouTube.
he's a natural like lover, just in general. That's just his personality. Like he's
So
so
he's a romantic.
headstrong in it.
So he's a romantic ass nigga.
Yeah,
I am
everyone
also a
in his
romantic ass
toxic
nigga. Shout out to the
relationship.
romantics.
There's literally nothing wrong with it. I was just saying. So I was just acknowledging. Okay, so he's a romantic.
Yeah, so
Us romantic men, we not appreciated enough.
him and Haley, I
Say
guess.
that louder for the folks in the back, cause man, listen.
Yeah, but he's not doing anything different than what he would normally do in any other his relationship. Like when he
That,
loves, he
but
loves.
see, that's besides the point. That's besides the point.
That is kind of besides the point. I agree.
I just wanted y'all to
See
know.
what? See, like Father said, the niggas who actually do that romantic shit that girls be wanting so bad, they're overlooked. They're underappreciated. They get shat on constantly. Actually, how the fuck I know?
It's hard, yo,
Yeah, yeah.
bruh. It's
Y'all
Mercy
think
hard
said
being a
DDG is
romantic man.
overlooked?
How do you
Y'all
know
think
I
he
mean,
overlooked?
he got lucky and found somebody who like appreciates the shit he does. He got lucky,
What you know?
but that's what typically happens to cats like us who actually want to do that type of shit for their woman.
Look, I lost track. What are we talking about?
Yeah, I was about
I
to say
just said that
you the
romantic
one in the
niggas,
relationship. I was about to say I think everybody else is single except you.
No, father said that DDG and Haley Bailey is like the. I think
yeah.
because I said 2023 ain't no black love couples like compared to back in the days, and
What about
he
Regina
said
Carter
DDG
and
and
her?
Haley Bailey is on.
What about fucking Corday and Naomi Osaka? She pregnant.
Is that his baby?
Yes, it's his baby, and I'm
There,
very happy about
well,
that. I thank God.
Yeah. Shout out to Maryland. We birds and Japanese babies.
But
Happy.
but you know what though?
The guy from Suitland that nobody from Suitland knows that he's from Suitland. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
exactly. The guy from
But you know what though? There was something that the lady who runs the YouTube channel Pink Book Lessons said. That kind of I don't want to say struck a nerve, but kind of made me stop and think about how the her Japanese or Asian whatever fan base are gonna treat her now that she's someone up with a black person and about to have his baby and everything.
What it really don't matter. She from Okinawa or from Okinawa, right? She's from the blackest
Yeah,
part.
Japan.
Yeah, she's from the blackest part of Japan. So I'm like,
There's a lot
don't
of
really
black
matter
folks in
anyway.
Okinawa. That is true.
Straight from the hood of Okinawa, she be like,
I mean, we'll see.
You said the blackest part of Japan.
yeah, Okinawa. This is where all the blacks in Japan.
she's she's Japanese and Haitian. If they had any care, they just happy that she's won them so many trophies for Japan. Um, they could care less because she's not even fully Japanese. So to them, I guess
Yeah,
they don't expect too much from her because they would have made an outrage about the fact that she's pregnant, not married.
I kind of disagree.
she's already one of what, like the top 10 or 15 tennis players in the fucking world right now.
Something like that.
So hey,
So
And plus, she was like
she's
raised
already
in the
leaps and
U.S.,
bounds.
so
She's already leaps and bounds ahead of a lot of motherfuckers. I know that. So
yeah,
I
she
get,
was.
I,
Yeah, so
I get what Material's trying to say though, because at the end of the day, they're not going to really look at her talent. They're going to look at her skin complexion. So it really doesn't matter how
not
many.
even her skin complexion. They're gonna look at it's her what's the word? Her it was on the tip of my tongue. Not necessarily her skin complexion, just basically the fact that, okay, call a spade a spade. They're gonna they're just gonna look at her and be like, half breed.
Well, she is a half breed. It's not
I,
it's
I,
not like
but
You
they're
got me
not
but
lying.
knowing
But they,
knowing how
Goddamn
knowing
beautiful.
how most Asian cultures, in particular the Japanese, are about um that kind of thing, about interracial dating and shit. As much as we go on about it, as much as white folk go on about it, man. Listen,
it really depends.
Leon, what hallway did you just walk into?
It
I'm in the freaking bathroom at my job. I'm about to mute my mic while I use the bathroom.
it really depends on
Yeah.
the
Oh, he hiding from work.
Go ahead, Crystal.
sorry. It just depends on the support. So she's on a bigger platform, so she's going to feel a certain way that she has more to carry when it comes to culture, and she's getting it from both ends. For instance, my uncle Anthony's half Japanese, and the part of that family that he's part of supports him fully. Anything he does, it's seen as gold, so to speak. It just depends. He does not have an outlook like that. But her, where she was criticized even for her mental health, and that's associated with a lot of her culture, so they want to put it in that box. She has a lot on the line and a lot to think about of how she's representing both ends. That's a lot.
they wouldn't have an issue if she was having mental health problems and competing. The thing what they had the issue with the fact that she wasn't competing. They don't really personally like I said, they because at the end of the day, she's still half like yeah, she's Haitian, but she's still technically black and the Japanese culture still have a bias against black people in general. So for them, the only reason why they're supporting her and everything else is because she's winning them trophies. And as long as and that's why she's going through that mental health thing is because she knows as long as you're winning them trophies, you're okay. Whatever else you're doing, all her, being more in tune with her black side and stuff like that.
Okay,
Um, they don't have an
but
issue when she's winning trophies.
yeah, see, I hope she doesn't or hasn't already like fallen into that trap to where
Well, she has
now
a
it's about now I don't want her to fall in that trap of it being about she represents whatever demographic and this that and the third. In the instant she she's caught lacking in any capacity, now everyone turns on her and shit. I hope she
but
doesn't fall into that trap.
she has
Umari.
a
Like,
series on Netflix
don't
that she
fucking
that
Yeah,
see.
Umari tried that.
She has a series on Netflix where she talks about, her being more, like trying to be more in tune with her black side and like, understanding that side. And, she also goes and visit Haiti and understands her Haitian side. Because at the end of the day, yeah, she lives in Japan, but she don't really speak Japanese like that. Because she's lived in America for a long time.
Right.
But she was born in Japan, but she has lived in America for longer than she has. And her mom, I don't think her mom speaks Japanese that often with her, but she knows some words and stuff. But she's not that like her
Yeah, she's
language.
not
And
fluent.
everyone that talks to her when she goes to Japan for work or whatever, they always speak to her in English because they already know she wins for us, but she's not technically to them. She's not 100% because she don't speak the fluent language, so they can't fluently speak to her. So as long as she's winning, she's doing great, and they're gonna
But
continue to support you as long as because Japanese has never had somebody, make it or get Grand Slam titles. So for them, they're happy that
right.
they finally at least have one, or somebody who went to Olympics and won for them. So they have
But
somebody in the
see,
tennis world to win for them.
to that I say, fuck representing whoever. Worry about representing her damn self.
It's not that. It's so much easier said than done.
especially when
Is
she's especially
for an
when she's
athlete
raising
that
the
sounds
It's
Olympics.
it's
it
easy for
definitely
me to
sounds
say because
easier
I
said than
don't
done.
give a shit about people's opinions.
It's not
Yeah,
even that
but yeah, it's not
because
even
she
that.
gotta represent a country. She like
Yes,
Yeah,
definitely to get into the Olympics, you have to be
like and not only on top of, yeah, but like not only that, but again, like it was said that she's one of like the top athletes in her sport right now. So
Yeah.
it's not even the fact that she like has to perform, she's expected to.
hmm
You feel
Okay.
what I'm
And
saying? It's so
Okay.
much
financially,
more difficult.
tennis
Okay.
being a
Let me ask this question
is
then.
not is expensive.
She, is she doing it? Is she doing this for? Is she doing this because this is like her dream? This is something that she really wants to do. Is she doing this
She's
for
always been a
herself,
tennis player.
or is she doing this for the people around her?
Yeah,
So
that's a
in
question
the
for her, man.
beginning, that's all she knew to do, and she knew that if she could do great in tennis, that she would be able to. Because her mom been working her whole life, her dad been working her whole life, so she wanted to be able to give them comfortability. Because she speaks on that on her Netflix series, that like really breaks down her the mental period she was having, and so now you know it's a lot of things that has hit her, and she's she's falling out of love with tennis, and she's now exhausted, but she's still doing it because regardless of what she has to work. Like it's different because she's young, whereas Venus and Serena, they're to them this is work for them, but they it's something they truly still love. But even Naomi said that she has never been a leader. So when she became number one and she became like the girl to beat, it became a lot of pressure on her because that's not who she is. She don't have like that strong bone like Venus and Serena who they have.
I get that.
So the series it kind of really opened up the eyes to see exactly who she is, and she's yeah everyone talks to her and everything, but she doesn't have like that. She's not one of those aggressive, just in your face like this is me. Like she's trying to get stronger. She wants to be better, but it's, sometimes when you put somebody who's never been one and you give them one, and they're used to being two, it's hard, and so it mentally broke her down. But she's still required to work.
that it.
Shit, after that, I ain't got nothing to say.
All right. And we are live. Welcome everybody to another episode of You Know What? Let me just say podcast. I'm your host, Ray, and that is probably the longest we went without an intro. With me as always, we have Father.
Happy Black History Month from the purest black.
We have Dion.
I'm back.
Yes, he is.
Ew.
And we have D Wolf.
Yo, greetings.
We got Material Life,
Hey y'all.
the lovely Crystal,
Hola.
and last but not least, Skips.
Wow, Skips has appeared.
Yes. How's everybody doing this?
Typing up a storm right now. He must be doing homework the way he's typing.
How's everybody doing tonight?
Tired, but multitasking my ass off.
I see. Shoot. Hey Chris, you know what's funny? The code. I wasn't expecting all that code over, but since we was in conversation, I started. Usually that's how I usually. But you know, I really wanted to start off with, and Crystal knows this because she posted this. Ladies, let that nigga. If you ever on a first date with somebody and he doesn't answer or he doesn't come to your front door, do not go on a date with that nigga. Just shut the date down then and there. Yeah. I have
Wait,
never.
I want to know what's the backstory to this.
You ever
Where
watch?
Yeah,
did
I'm
this come?
curious. I need to know. I'm curious.
You ever watch? You ever watch Eight at the Table?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
you ever
I've
heard?
seen that
Okay, they
series
had a.
before.
So basically, they had a topic, and I guess it was just like on the first date. Do you go up to the door or some shit like that? And two of the dudes is just like, I'm not ringing the doorbell or I'm not going up to the door. And both of them said, I'm pulling up and I'm texting here and I'm expecting you to come outside. And one of the dudes is just like, nah, I'm answering the door. And like it got into a long little spat about it, but I'm not gonna lie. I was like, if I had a daughter and if it was like a first date, it was like a first date type of thing. Unless there's like 10 niggas on the front porch and you're in an apartment in the hood, someplace like that, in which I understand that nigga better come to the front door. that is like I think that is just rude as shit if you just not even gonna come up to the girl's front door on the first date. Uh Crystal, I wanted your opinion on that too. That since you posted it.
So since I posted that video, I got a lot of people inboxing me about their opinions. So look, it is true. I personally know, and this is no offense. If y'all don't do this on a podcast, it is what it is. But as for me and mine, yeah, you got to come to the door. Why? Because my family got to meet you. Okay. It might be a little bit intimidating, but so what? My family should not intimidate you. You should be able to hold your own, not be abused. Okay. But hold your own if they ask certain questions. Just be like, I don't feel like answering that. But you'll see me around. I'll answer it one day, just not today. Just make up something if you don't feel comfortable, if it feels awkward. Second of all, if there's nobody at my house and it's just me living in the house by myself, as a man, you are supposed to inspect the area I live in, what I'm about, who I'm with, if I'm with anyone. If I got kids, you can peek in and be like, okay, well, she's picked, you rang the doorbell. You see me, just see the front door, what's in the background. Your job is to inspect thoroughly. If you like, oh, I'm in the car, me, I don't care if it's just the first date. I'm like, well, what else is he lazy about? This is my thinking. All right. And then the third thing is I saw one of them on the video say, oh, it's just too much work.
Yeah,
Really?
that's the part that got me. That's the part I
Really?
said, nigga, what?
Really? So it's not too much work for you to get dressed, take a shower, jump in the car, go come and pick me up. But it's way too much work for you to step out the car just to greet me. Wow.
Hmm.
I just,
Somebody really said it's too much work to go up to a woman's door and fucking at least properly fucking introduce yourself.
yeah.
See, it's niggas like that got women out here talking about men all weird and shit, man. Come
But
on.
Dion, it's a lot of girls that accept this kind of behavior because they don't know any different.
There was a couple girls on there that agreed with him, and I said she's weird.
No,
The
it
one
was
girl,
just one woman, and she said she got a father in her life. This was which made it worse, though. She got she got a father in her life talking about, oh, it's just awkward for me and him. Oh, so you know what's awkward and not awkward, or is it just that you just want his, you know what, you don't want your dad figuring out that you picked the fuck boy? Which one is it? Because why are you so hesitant about bringing him in the house? You live with your parents. Okay, you chose that life. Okay, so you live with your parents and you don't want your father analyzing him. That means he gives a fuck. So if your ass go disappearing, I don't want you to be sad and having talking about I don't know what happened, bitch, because you decided to hide your killer because it was awkward. Remember? Stop it.
first of all, and I said this. I didn't say this to Crystal, but I said this when I was watching it. Uh, if I have a daughter and then if a nigga do that, I'm walking out. I'm walking out. I'm walking out there. This is like you're gonna meet me. It's like you do not. It's like that is just the most unacceptable thing. It's like, dog, I understand. Look, like I
Shit.
said,
Ray,
the only
Ray,
thing
Ray
I can.
Ray said you gonna learn today.
Oh no, you gonna learn today, and because we not having that. And I'm just saying that because I wouldn't do that. I was like I said, the only exception if it's you're living in an apartment and there's like 10 hood niggas in the front of your goddamn apartment complex, then I understand. But other than that, if there's nobody out there, it's like you walking your ass up to the door. Is
Wait,
I don't know what's Rose. Go ahead.
so like he purposefully didn't want to go up to the front door? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes. He said, this is what the dude said. I'm texting four letters, HERE, and you are coming outside. I said, you are bullshit.
No.
And he said, and number one, both of them said, yeah, that's too much work. He was like, I was like, bro, we are not saying this.
So, yo, I'm just gonna quote the great Dave Chappelle. Yeah, this country is turned into a bunch of bitch ass niggas, man.
I don't even blame them because look at what women are accepting.
Mm.
You got one chick on who has a whole father in her life talk about, oh yeah, I agree. I kind of agree. Bitch, which one is it? You already sound confused in just the answer alone. The fuck?
That's crazy. No matter
I
the circumstance, I'm walking up to the door. I've had
see.
dates where it was like 10, 15 niggas outside, and I
Oh
still
no.
walked up to the door. Still walked up to the door.
Okay, you brave. You brave.
See,
Mm-mm.
Had to gotta let them know you got the juice. You got the
You got
you
juice.
the
see,
juice now.
I could see the difference in both opinions and stuff like that because first of all, I have to really think we're going somewhere and it's serious for you to even know where I live because that's just why would I on first date? Why do you need to know where I live? If I don't ever want to see you again, there's and you still know where I live, then now that just makes me feel
All right.
uncomfortable.
Question, material life. Where's this nigga supposed to meet you?
Where we're meeting at because I'm driving my car to the location we're meeting at. If it's going out to eat, I'm driving my car to go to the
What?
restaurant and we can meet there.
What if it was supposed to? What if it's supposed to be a surprise?
What?
What?
She said.
So you
She
just
said.
What if it was supposed to be a surprise? And the
Surprise.
idea was for him to come and get you,
She
or
said
his
meet her
idea
down the
was for him
street.
to come and get you.
She said
put
to
in
meet her
these,
down the street.
you put in these fucking
I don't know.
address.
It's not no meet down the street. I'm not doing no surprise on no first date. I don't know. We
Yo, that
that's I don't even know you that well to be talking about some
Uh,
surprise.
that's what I'm
you're no
saying.
fun. You're no fun.
Okay,
Anyway,
Ain't no
Dion,
fun. Like,
Dion,
do you know what year we in? What
Dion,
time we in?
Dion. First of
I'm
all,
just being funny, though.
you being stupid because you know as
She
soon as you put the address in, the surprise is over.
she said be surprised. She said yeah.
You said, "All right, we'll take you to
Yeah.
this wonderful
And then
restaurant. Just put in this address. We
I
go." She popping in. It's
next
McDonald's. It's like
exactly.
surprise.
Next thing you know, I'm part of human trafficking, or my house being scoped out on a regular. Like these people can be very weird. Like
Okay,
even if you
True.
have a daughter or something like that, or a son, and just not first date. Okay, yeah, we probably talked for a few months or whatever, got to know each other. I'm still not letting you come to my house on first date because the thing is we're talking, but you could be whatever you want to be on a conversation. But then when you get to meet the person, really like see their facial expression, what they're saying, and how they're functioning, and then you're just like, yo, this is not gonna work out because this is giving cap. But now the person know where you live, and next thing you know, he knocking on your door randomly. Because people can tend to do that. You don't never invite them over, but they knocking on your door. Why are you here? Like,
I think it's that Miami, Florida thing. I have never seen no other nigga do that in any other state. I'm sorry, B. So,
no, Ray, how many times have any just even just friends in
Do what?
general or
Just
people
pull it
you
back up. That's
know
great.
just pop up at your house or your room or whatever,
oh,
wherever
at
you
my
stand, just
BBV all the fucking time.
exactly.
But I mean, to be fair, I had an open door policy. So
But that's still there's still there still should be some sort of boundaries. Like if I tell you where I live, I expect you, yeah, to come knock on the door or come up. But by the time I told you where I live, I really felt like there was something either worth us building on. I know where you live, you know where I live. There's not no first date. Like I understand when we were younger, in like in high school, middle school, you living with your parents, you don't really have it like that. So first date, your guy comes to your door, come get you and stuff like that. But now that we're adults and we know better, these first dates need to be met at some place where, in case you just might be a serial killer, we in some place open.
That makes sense.
Okay, so yeah, that makes sense. I was about to ask you. So you're not the person that they got to meet you at, they got to pick you up and all that stuff. You're like, meet me at whatever restaurant.
Yeah. First,
Thank
first,
God.
if I don't know you, you're not coming to my spot. Mm-mm. I need, first of all, Ray, we know how weird things can get, especially with human trafficking happening now. With even people like, I guess the whole thing where they have put the the, the girl car had like the tissue paper on there that had fentanyl, and people be doing weird stuff. Like you have to really protect yourself,
Oh
not
yeah.
just females, but also males. Like some of these girls can get like they can start coming to your house, messing up your car, putting stuff in your gas tank. People just do weird stuff when they know where you live, especially if things went sour. So you have to make sure like this is somebody you have see potential with. It's not somebody you might want to try. Oh, I don't know yet. On first date, no, we meet somewhere like a restaurant during lunchtime, get to know, see if it's something that, I want to pursue even more. Then we can start possibly doing some dinner dates. But I'm gonna scope you out because I'm not first date dinner for what? Now let's go to lunch. Because if in case I need to leave, and a lot of times when girls or guys they going to dinner, they expecting something.
Oh, you extra paranoid. Understandable though, but
It's not being
It's
paranoid. You
not
just
being
gotta be.
paranoid. You
You
have a
gotta be.
vetting process.
no, no,
There's a vetting process.
Yeah.
no,
The
oh, no,
problem
no, no.
is
I
girls
think
nowadays they just be wide open like, and even
Wide
guys like
open.
they just the guys will not think nothing not until it's like y'all haven't watched enough of these TV shows
They
to
want to
know
be the
that
man.
there's a level of crazy out here.
man.
They they
I know
want
exactly what
they
you're
want a nigga like the homeboy from you.
talking. uh, I don't know why people. That's how you know people love serial killer. That nigga crazy and people love him.
That nigga fucking crazy, and he doesn't want to admit it.
He's crazy but likable. It's crazy. It's
Mhm.
wild. It's fucking wild.
Just
Well,
I
I
know
mean,
we want what our parents and our great parents had, but that's not what we're getting now.
no, it's
What our
actually
th-
parents
that's a whole other era. That's a
that's a
whole
whole
other era.
exactly. They had guys, real gentlemen back then. We have these niggas that smashing 20 bitches on a regular basis.
And it's like they didn't even separate either. They separate. They
Exactly.
just they just slept in separate rooms.
Mhm.
I know.
Shit.
Y'all got girls nowadays that, that body count sitting at 3,000.
Yeah.
Like,
No, Andre.
yeah, it's not the
Damn.
same era. So you can't maneuver the same way you used to. But for a guy to say it's too much work, what?
It's like by that time you're just numb. Like no feeling.
That's not too much work. That's light. You knocking on the door is too much work. You opening the door is too much work. You walking her to the car, you putting gas, you taking out the trash is too much work.
Yeah.
It really depends on the type of woman that has the support family because I know that in yes, I'm going back to Brooklyn. In Brooklyn, we wanted you to come on the block so everybody could see your ass. And I
Hmm.
had to take like a picture of the person's like I guess a license plate before I even hopped in a car. So it's a lot that goes into it. I turned on my location. Everybody knew this person. If I didn't feel like getting in a car, we could go on the train. Everybody knew him. As long as you show your fucking face on the block somewhere. Cause yeah, I'm just you need to be well acquainted.
It's still a good thing to take a picture of the license plate. I know I still Like if I'm going somewhere, I text somebody and be like, "Oh, I'm going to this place," just in case.
Mm-hmm.
It's not don't mean I'm telling you to pop up. 'Cause
They gonna pop up anyway.
I know it's like you text your friend, be like, "Oh, I'm going on a date with this person here," and next thing you know, you see them on the like. No, that's just. I understand you trying to look and see, but
See,
if I see you, it's just giving very much. Yo, why you? This is weird.
if I'm on a date with somebody and one of her friends just randomly pull up, I'm leaving, bro.
Not that might be your wingman. You fuck around. But I don't know.
Fuck that.
Maybe it's just me. I like meeting the folks. Just get that shit out the way early. So I've never had a bad experience meeting someone's folks, whether we was on a
I
date.
don't. I be feeling like some of these folks be fraudulent. They done met the girlfriend and you don't even realize you the side piece and she ain't even tell you. The mom just sitting there geeking with you. People folks is weird sometimes.
Yeah, I agree. I've seen some shit with the older folks. They just be sitting there smiling at Thanksgiving, knowing that this is the side chick, but the side chick thinks she's the main chick, and the family would make her feel like she's part of the family. It's
Exactly. So you can't trust these folks. You can't
Oh
trust these parents.
man. I can tell you some things about somebody's family not being shit.
mm,
Try 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 a motherfucker being married to somebody and a motherfucker going off and having a whole child with another bitch and then the whole family keeping it a secret from
yeah.
the wife.
hmm I didn't find out how deep that was and how common that was until I went to a friend's house, and she tried to prep me. And she was like, "Yeah, this is not so and so, so don't call her this name." I'm like, "What? What is happening?" Look, I think I'm just gonna stay.
Damn.
The mom be on game. It's like,
And she just be caring about the grandbabies. She's like, "I don't care what y'all do, but y'all ain't gonna mess up my time with my grandbabies." Like
and,
that's what they really be caring about. It's bad.
Wow.
and moms be still best friends with the ex. Like, what? Why is she over here? This is weird. They've been broken up for six
I
years.
I
Why is she
always
here?
kind of found that bizarre,
Okay, so I'm
especially when how are you still cool with the ex when the breakup was fucking atrocious?
Depends
Like
on depends on the severity of the breakup and if they got over it.
I'm I'm talking like it be situations where motherfuckers was fighting the whole nine, but somehow ex boyfriend or girlfriend is still cool with the parents and shit. Some fucking how.
Yeah.
Like that type of shit.
Mhm.
I don't know. Friendly parents just be giving me weird vibes. Like something ain't right. Y'all should be more like alert, but y'all be too friendly. I'm like, something ain't right.
All right.
But like
Any last
but like previously said though, the parents be knowing shit.
Mm.
Okay. Any last words before we move on to our next topic?
Date carefully.
Times have changed.
Man, fellas, go up to
You
the
will be
damn
right.
door.
Times have definitely changed.
Fellas, go up to the damn door. Don't do no fucking fuckboy shit. Talk about here. If you don't walk up to that damn door and knock on the damn door, I don't. So like let us at least have some type of damn chivalry around here. So on to our next topic. I wanted to talk about Tyree Nichols. So if y'all don't know, Tyree Nichols, 29-year-old man that got beat up by five Memphis police officers, and if I don't know, I didn't see the videotape, but I know a lot of people did see the videotape, and it was brutal. And
It
it's
wasn't beat up. He got jumped.
yeah, he got jumped real badly, and there's a lot of things that go on. It's like maybe even for some people, it's even deeper than police brutality. But I wanted to come to the panel and get your thoughts on that whole Tyree Nichols situation.
Can I start?
Go ahead.
So I just want to say this is why I think it's bullshit when black people be like, we gotta change the system from the inside. We gotta do this from the inside. We gotta infiltrate and get these positions, and then we can.
You just cut off. Oh,
What just happened there?
Oh damn!
Uh,
A minute, I thought it was me.
I
system
just
was trying to keep Fada down.
I just
Yo, can you hear
It's
me?
He
yeah,
was
you
trying to
okay,
good.
cut
there
him
he
Go
off.
goes.
ahead. Go ahead.
So as I was saying, they're not gonna fucking shut me down, nigga. But as I was saying, like this is why I say like there's no such thing as changing it from the inside because you already have to be in a compromised position to get in that position in the first place. The reason why it was so easy for those five coons to do what they fucking did is because they got a power trip from it. They were in a they're in a position of control, right? So it was easy to see another black person and exert that same type of fucking energy that the KKK would back in the fucking 40s. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what this was. It was just niggas in the fucking police suit doing what police do. So none of this thing shocked me. It didn't shock me that it was five niggas that did it. It didn't shock me that the brother unfortunately ended up losing his life because when it comes to us, there never really is like a happy ending. You feel what I'm saying? So this needs to be a wake up call for those Negroes that think integration is still a thing or that think we can fucking pray our way out of the situation or educate our way out of the situation. It's gonna take blood, unfortunately.
Damn. So
the
so you don't
the
believe about the other things that was going on with it? Like it may have been a woman involved and it's just straight up like integration? You think it's all on an integration level? Or do you think any of that matters?
it doesn't matter.
No, the reason why I think it matters is because for the longest time we've had the illusion of inclusion. That's why those five that's why those five black men were cops. You feel what I'm saying? Now black people, we've always had a very, very particular relationship with the cops. So not saying that black people that want to be one are like bad or anything, just understand what that badge comes with because it's not just you wanting to, be a good upstanding role model or citizen for your people, but that institution in itself is fucking corrupt. So you thinking that you're gonna change something is you know, kind of far fetched. You know what I'm saying? You really gonna get your Negro wake up call when you're in that type of position. Now, when I say that, I'm not saying that there haven't been changes made in the policing system. There obviously has, but I'm just saying the mentality that goes on when you talk about these type of positions and how there's a popular sentiment that we can change the system from the inside is exactly why situations like this happen where you get a negro that is we're not used to being in positions of power or control, so as soon as they have it, shit like this unfortunately can happen.
For me, reason why I say it doesn't matter if it was a female involved, that's the reason why those five or whatever black guys really went in on and jumped homeboy senseless. Is because regardless if it was a female, regardless if it was, I guess, some prior beef or whatever the case was, them guys still did what they did. And one guy, he is famous for doing that because he did it somewhere else. So it's like, and it's no offense to just black people in general, but this is from before the in the time before the days of time. So even in slavery, we had black men who would literally go out hunting other Negroes that was trying to set free. So it's like at the end of the day, these us thinking, okay, if we put black people in power, things would be different. It's not about putting black people in power, it's about putting the right people in power, regardless of their skin color. Let's say these five black there's good black police officers, there is. But these five black police officers that was in power, them niggas wasn't right. They had a whole different agenda. I don't know what else they've been doing out in them streets as police officers. I don't know what gang they was part of prior to joining the force. Because these right here ain't no regular police officers. These guys must have thought they had white nigga privilege or something and lost their whole damn complete mind. For the way they jumped these guys, they must have thought they just was it was just gonna be okay. And black on black crime don't get as much energy compared to black on white white on black crime. But they had the wrong one.
Uh, I would
I see
like to,
your point.
yeah, I would like to introduce Brooklyn Don Devo that had joined the chat. But Brooklyn Don Devo,
How you doing? How you
how you
doing? How
doing,
you
Xavier?
doing? How you
What's up,
doing?
Oh my
Xavier?
God.
Oh, that's Lex.
Hi.
Oh shit.
X. Hey.
George,
I
hey,
see.
Hi.
It's
Oh
That's
just
my
why
funny
Bobby
gosh.
came
because I
back.
see the name. I was like, only one person I know would come up with a name like this. I knew
I
it was.
know. I've been wanting to come in here for months, and every time I remember, it's like 12 o'clock, or it's like 11:50, and I'm like, "Fuck! I missed the damn thing again." And sure enough, I'm sitting here watching Ginny and Georgia, and I'm like, "Oh my God! Let me see how long they've been in the thing for." I said, "Okay, it's been almost an hour." So I said, "Let me join." So yeah.
Okay, first off,
Hey.
welcome back.
Hey.
Grazie. Hello, darling.
And
I'm
It's
so
good
happy
seeing
now.
you, Xavier.
it's good
I
to see you.
know, Father.
My soul is like happy now.
Yes, because you know this mouth about to be saying craziness. But no.
Oh man, we was talking about the Tyree Nichols situation.
Mhm.
You got any opinions about that?
uh I just want to know when is this going to fucking end? When will police officers of any race just start doing their jobs correctly and treat people like humans and not disrespect citizens of America like this? Because it's happening to Black people a lot more, but it's happened to other races as well, and it shouldn't be happening to anyone. But I also want to say something a bit controversial.
Oh,
Say your piece.
do
I
it.
really want, if people of color are getting pulled over and they're getting a little bit aggressive with you, to please stop fighting them. Stop talking to them. Stop saying anything. Like, just, if they saying lay there and don't move, this and that, like, please don't move, and please stop saying I didn't do anything. Leave me alone. Blah blah blah. Because I feel like the more that we get enhanced and we hype ourselves up, the more it's going to make those police officers aggressive. And I am not defending the police, but I just wish that a lot of these guys will stop arguing and stop trying to fight the police and just listen and just do as they say to see if there will be another outcome. Because I find that every time they're not, quote unquote, if they don't stop resisting, or if they continue to try to swivel their arms away or get up and run, it's always something bad going to happen 9 times out of 10. And it's like, at this point, I'm like, can we just, if they're telling you to get out and lay on the ground, I'm like, just lay there and say nothing. I said, because I am so tired of every time you try to argue your case, it's like as if they're as if you were like a fucking bomber or you were a serial killer and they just caught you or something. Like, they stopped you at a red light and they're beating your ass, like as if you're some extremely violent person with guns. Because unfortunately, that's just how it's been. But yet, you see all of these Caucasian men who will go off on the police officers and nothing is happening to them. Because I just saw a video.
Hmm.
And the guy was going off on the police, telling him, "You have no fucking right." Da, da, da. Point his finger on his face and tell him, "I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that." And granted, I don't. Sometimes I don't like using this as an example because it's like it's not like it's the same police or it's the same person that was doing something to a black person, but to a white person, you're seeing them do that. Because some people say, "Oh, you see how he's not pulling him," but who knows if that police officer will also treat a black person the same way and just let him say what he needs to say and not be aggressive. So sometimes I'm like, I hate using that, but you know what? You have to use it sometimes because it's just proven time and time again that a lot of Caucasian guys are able to do that and not get in trouble or not get thrown out their car and stomped out and tasered to death or shot. So that's really all
I
I
think
have to
that's
say.
I think that's the reason why you see more kickback amongst the black community that do get arrested by police. Because to them, they keep on seeing videos of, let's say, the same. It's a white guy that's walking around with an open carry um, shotgun all up and down the street, and no police say nothing to him, just let him walk freely. And then
Mm-hmm.
there's a black guy who tries and does the same thing, and all the police just come in and swarm him from every direction. And
And you
it's
would
just
think
like,
it's
so
not allowed. You're like, the
I
law
just
says
seen a
I'm able
video
to walk around
where,
with it.
yeah, another white guy, like, and it says, oh, it's a video where, oh, this white guy schooled the police on, and then he's out here throwing these big legal jargons.
Are you?
And,
Was it
the
like at
police,
nighttime?
yeah, and the
I think
police
it's the
can,
same.
like,
Yep, the same
let
video.
him pass through, and then a
Uh
black guy
huh.
tries to do the same thing, and it's like, bloop, bloop, that's not working. It's like
Right.
sometimes I understand we want to have like the same equality, but you have to remember, you first of all, you don't know what city he on, what state he in, what location he at, which police officer he's meeting at the time. Some of them don't be with the extra, and some of them be with the time. They be having a whole lot of time to waste, and so it's like I understand we want to have equality, but sometimes it's just there got to be a way. Like I rather see more alive people. Well, I didn't see growing up. I didn't feel like I had a fear of the police because I didn't see it towards me. But once you watch enough
Same
movies,
here.
enough videos, enough things of like black people being like brutally murdered by them or whatever, then you start to build that little secret fear, like,
Mm-hmm.
yo, could this be my time? And so now
Right.
you're getting terrified and you're agitating. You're thinking, oh, they're gonna kill me. When they pull you over, and now it's I don't know.
I
And then
still don't have that fear though. Like, because I really do, appreciate police, and if there is something in danger, I will be, calling them. So for me, I
that's
still don't
that's
have like
fast.
that
I'll be the first one to
fear,
call him.
right? And some people are just like, oh, they see one in sight and they're not even doing anything bad, and they're like, oh, I can't stand the police. I said, but you know what? I said, but you don't even know how that person is. That person can be for the community. And that's like that old conversation we had last year or the year before when we were saying that they need to start doing community things again and showing their face and showing like, hey, my name is Officer Brown, and walk the neighborhoods a lot so people can get familiar with them. They need to really start implicating that again, because my father said back in the 70s and the early 80s, that's what some police officers used to do in Brooklyn. You would know who some of them were because they used to always patrol that area. And you guys got to the first base name and they're seeing you in the morning. You're like, good morning, X, good morning, Miss Debbie. How you doing this morning? And like they know who he is. So if there is a problem in the neighborhood, the officer already knows that person and will probably know his character and can better judge the situation. Because there's plenty of police officers that can do that. We have a lot that not doing shit. And I'm like, no,
But
this could happen.
a lot of them now are so some like just as much as the black community is in fear of police officers, it's so many police officers that's in fear of just doing their job, which it shouldn't be a thing because at the end of the day, this is what you called yourself to do to risk your life.
Hmm.
But if you're terrified too, that's where the problem lies.
Right.
because you're not picking up the right weapon. You calling for a taser, which looks just like a gun, which don't make no sense. Like, yeah, there should be some differentiate from what a taser looks like
And my father
versus what
always
a
said,
gun
I don't
looks like.
understand how, as a police officer, so my father was in the military, army, and he's been to Bosnia for war and everything. He's like, over there, you cannot. Oh my God, what did my father say? He said something about shooting people unless you knew something, basically like say like unless you knew that they were going to commit harm or something like that. You just can't go around shooting people in the military, no matter if you're in war or not. And he was saying that they don't even do that in the police. And he said, this is war, and we still have rules on shooting people at war. He said, and these police officers
It's
don't even do that.
is knowing the
War rat.
triangle of
Can
deadly
I?
force. So
Can I? Can I?
you can't have your hand on the trigger. That's just the basic etiquette of a weapon. And
Right,
also
you're
you
talking
need to
about the
know, make
full
sure
weapon
that
safety rules.
yeah, and also making sure the triangle of deadly force, because at the end of the day, if you shoot somebody that
Live streaming is on.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
so shooting an innocent person as a military member is not like, as a police officer, it's you shooting an innocent person. But as a military person, it's you as an American, as the United States of America. They don't see you as just a, oh, this person accidentally shot them. They see it as an act of war. So at this point, it's like one country going against another country. So your accident can become deadly. Where here in America, where police officers, their accident, it falls under the state. Oh, it's that city PD. It's not, oh, okay, an act of war against like the whole community. It's okay, that person against this person, or the city PD against, the community. And so now both of them are fighting against each other. Where you have a whole country now from your mistake could lead to a whole war.
Anybody else got any opinions about this?
Yeah. Um, yeah, my whole thing with cops, I always said when it comes to them, it's more of a, especially when the wrong thing happens, it's more of an asshole problem than a racist problem. Especially when you consider they have that brotherhood, so it really doesn't matter what color you are. When you're in the force, it's like they always have each other's back and shit like that. And there's always that bushy tail, wide eyed cop that goes in, but he doesn't say anything when things go wrong. Especially when there's that brotherhood. Like you can't really, because everybody's always got their back. If you're at that point where you gotta question what they're doing, what they're doing, there's nothing you could really do. You know, and there was something Material said. I'm trying to remember. Uh Damn, what did you say? You had said something. But yeah, I
In
always
regards
I
to
always
war,
saw it like that. Nah, it was before that, but yeah, I always say just not only arm yourself, but arm yourself with knowledge of the law. Use it, use it against them. Because anytime I'm approached by cops, I never look at it going in like, oh, it's going to be a racist situation. I'm always going to be like, okay, I'm going to see as things go along if this is a racist situation or asshole situation or whatever it is, because there's always that mixture. There's always some of us may know of cops that are on the up and up that are actually true blue, but then we're like bombarded with shit like this, and we're like, yo, why isn't somebody, so. And when Fado was saying you can't really do anything from the inside, I always say it's not even really the inside, it's the top down. So I'm like, because sometimes I'm like, sometimes it'll take somebody with the know how, like after getting pulled over or dealing with a situation where they're being detained, like they know straight up, let me talk to your sergeant, bring him out here. And once that happens, I've seen a lot of times where the sergeant will be on the side of the person that was detained because they realize that cop didn't know what they're doing, or they had a little power trip, not knowing they're being recorded, for later on when the citizen themselves could just deal with it, however way they choose. So when it comes to dealing with them, I'm always like, always read the situation, read the person, because I'm never gonna forget, you're a fucking human too. You have no, for real, you have no, as a human being, no authority over me. You just have that badge. In the meantime, because of you have that badge, I'm gonna respect you. But start crossing the lines, all right, now I'm gonna have to scheme against you in case you start pulling some fuckery that might, cause me to lose in the end and you to win. Because straight up, as things are in this society today, your job is just to make money for whatever county or city you're in. We don't really matter. And what y'all was saying, Brooklyn was saying earlier, like we need to know who these officers are. We need to have that community because it will be better that way. Because most of the time we get pulled over by strangers, we don't know who they are, so we have to read them. You get the cop that you know who he is. You're like, oh shit, you had that conversation. I thought I warned you about this. Things will go smoothly. And it'll be it'll be talk amongst the community of what happened today, just so people know what's going down. You won't get this bullshit, and everybody will be armed too, so they'll be hard pressed to even start shit. So yeah, those are my thoughts on that.
See, okay, for me, I was angry the whole time watching and listening to all the news surrounding this because it was just like first of all, for someone to lose their life in that fashion, what, like, the more detail I found out about this whole situation, like the more pissed off I got. There was so much that went wrong here, and like aside from the fact that these cops should have never attacked this man in the first place, like the EMTs basically watched him die. They didn't even. It seemed like they didn't even attempt to help him. So it was just like, what's happening here? And I think the saddest part of this was the fact that these was five of our own that did this to one of our brothers. For me, that's the part of this that hurts the most. Aside from the fact that all of y'all were like twice this guy's size. Like I see the photos of Tyree Nichols. He's not a big dude. So this, yeah, this is just sad as an understatement.
And also how he was calling out for his mother, and come to find out that he was dating the police officer's ex-girlfriend too.
Oh, see that explains a lot.
Wow.
That explains a
Yeah,
lot.
I was wondering if anybody else is going to talk about that because that's
Ray,
the
you
part that
talked
kind of.
about it. You said it was about, even if it was about a girl.
No, I asked y'all, but it's like I ain't really get my opinion on it. But I wanted y'all to speak on it first, if y'all knew anything.
So so one of the police officers set him up and did all this over a woman that wasn't even his no more. Wow, the
Well,
epitome of a bitch.
don't people? I mean, obviously they don't know exactly,
Allegedly,
but
yeah, allegedly.
come to find out, the circumstances was there. So it's like,
The epitome of a bitch.
hmm. Did you beat
Human.
his ass because of that, or because of you was just on one?
Uh, it had to be. As scared and confused as Tyree was, as as that was happening to him. It no, and if wow, just again the epitome of a bitch.
You got something to say about it, Crystal? I feel like you might have something.
I do, but you know, when you just hear this rhetoric over and over again, you kind of get numb to the fuckery.
Yeah.
So I guess the only thing I love what everybody had to say so far. The cops being in the community that's needed, but more so instead of defunding the police, can we like exchange some of the most of the cops with people that are from the military, like retired military personnel, only because they're not so trigger happy and their
Mm-mm, girl.
ego,
Mm-mm. Them
their ego is
PTSDs ain't right.
right. So we would mentally evaluate them, obviously, but I just we definitely need to
They need to
find
mentally
a way.
evaluate the cops that are active now.
Yeah, we just need more people that's not trigger happy. They know how to handle if someone's trying or attempting to shout in their face or running around or running away with just, stumps. A man got killed in California and he was not really, in my opinion, just watching the video, he was not really a threat, but he still was, I guess, shot at, or they didn't handle it properly at the end of the day. And I feel like someone in the military that does not have PTSD is more valuable to the community than a cop that feels that it's okay to jump one person along with four other officers. You know what I mean? So that's one thing. And I also think that we should also have something where the community can learn how to deal with their own PTSD, especially if people have trauma with dealing with bad cops. We need that as well because, again, Brooklyn was saying, stop shouting back at the cops, have some, demeanor and be civilized, at the same time. Like, don't just start shouting on top. He says, get on the floor, and you still like, I don't gotta do shit. Fuck you, cops. Yeah, yeah, you're gonna get shot. You're gonna get shot immediately. So we need to help those kind of people instead of using anxiety or whatever the fuck they're going through, anger issues, and deal
See,
with that.
Crystal. Now, I fully understand what you're saying, which is basically don't don't give them an excuse. Don't give them a reason. I get that, but this man was literally just screaming and shouting for his life purely because of the fact that he was getting his ass beat, trying to figure out what was happening. What did I do? Why they just suddenly snatched him out of his car and just started wailing on him. There's no there's no amount of anything that can justify that.
And I wasn't trying to justify it. I'm just speaking in general because if we was to really like analyze each case and just really comb through all of the cases, we can see that a lot of people had fear first, which triggered the cop. And I'm not saying this is all
Fact.
cases, but I will say that a majority of the time, it's because people are scared of the cops, and rightfully so. So we need to have some kind of program that helps people to do what they need to fucking do. So if anything seriously happens to them, they can't be in court telling the family why they can't pay them the money that's rightfully owed because they fucked up and we didn't at the end of the day. You can't sue somebody if you got somebody running after a cop or doing something that gives them the right to shoot us.
Also, let me add that New York, the police department has $4 or $6 billion towards them to spend on whatever. So when some people say defund, they're talking about sometimes that because It doesn't make sense why a police department has billions of dollars and then they talking about they can't, they don't have the resources to do XYZ, or they don't, they can't put money towards something else in the city because they don't have the money, but the police department has fucking $4 or $6 billion to spend on shit. I think that is crazy.
You also got to remember a lot of the money is to pay for these lawsuits and the wrongful deaths, wrongful incrimination cases. So the money don't stay with them. It's definitely given back to the city because New York in general gets sued the most out of any other state when it comes to how how janky these police officers are, how they lie so much, how they arrest the wrong people, how they damage people's property, how they perform criminal acts in the open. So the money have to be spent out. It's definitely not being given to training because they ain't training these cops. Most of these cops ain't getting paid that much. Because if they was getting paid enough, they wouldn't be doing illegal activities at AKA being part of drug dealers' team.
Let's not forget there's also the fact that they a lot of them like to bring people in just for the hell of, well, not just for the hell of it, but they have incentive to
Fill the
bring people
quota.
in so they yeah, so they could raise the arrest numbers. That way they make more money from the city so they could get more money. So a lot of the times these arrests and detainments, they're not even legit. Like they just try to find every technicality they can just to get you in so that they can get the money. Like, oh, we're making all these arrests. We need money. We got a lot of situations here. We need the funding. Look, we need more officers, this and the other. So there's that incentive too.
They should be training these officers, or they'll create these fake programs, or like the program to help detain mental health criminals.
Mm-hmm.
How many mental health criminals have y'all really detained with this program that y'all created?
What I feel like, do they teach the police escalation of force like they do in the military? Going back to something X said earlier.
From what I've seen from some news channel, I know there was one in Houston. I forgot what the brother in Houston that used to argue with white women about racial issues. I know he went to a police we went to a police training where it's just like he had the they created a scenario where it's just like, what would you do if this situation happened to you? Would you shoot your gun, or would you hold your ground or something like that? So I'm pretty sure there are others that are like that. I'm not sure, but I think it depends on who's doing it and what type of scenario they're putting themselves in.
Is gifts
So
okay?
Because that needs to be a universal thing. I feel like at this point for military and law enforcement. Really, any like emergency response, whatever.
from what I understand, I think depending on the city and the department, some have more money to spend, and the ones with more money typically have the classes that do those special forces type of training, and like stuff on how to uh, how to respond
Arrest,
to people with
traffic tickets.
mental health issues, and um, those who are, I don't want to say mentally challenged, but like that have like autism and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
It really depends on. From what the person was talking about, they were saying that it depends on how much money they have to spend on those type of things. It's like,
And they're also supposed to get use of deadly force training annually. They're also supposed to get the use of how to properly stop someone at a traffic stop. But as we know, none of these trainings are done annually. Or the use of how to use the radar machine supposed to be done annually, but clearly we know none of them get trained properly. So, but is Skips okay? Because it sounded like he was going through it over there.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to him.
Skips, you good?
Yep.
All right.
Chill.
Any last words before we move on to another topic?
Rest
Yeah,
in peace.
I'm over it. We need change.
That is
Indeed.
fact.
I just want to give my condolences to the family. Like they really lost someone's child is gone. So my condolences and rest in peace.
Even after they sued the PD, the police department, for his death, they still lost the child. They still lost the person. They still lost the possibility. So even regardless to how much money they might make from the case,
They they beat this man to the point where the family had no choice but to cremate his body, dog. Think about that.
They cremated his body. I thought he had an open casket. No, not closed casket. I'm sorry, closed casket. I thought he had the closed casket funeral.
No,
They cremated his body.
I saw part of his funeral or whatever with what's his name, Al Sharpton or whatever. Like there was no casket there. Like they even mentioned that they had his body cremated. They
Mm,
beat him that fucking bad.
damn. All right. Rest in peace. Now I know this is a weird transition, but we're gonna go through it anyway. For those that watched it, what was your thoughts on the Royal Rumble this weekend since that happened
That
last week?
shit
That shit was fun.
was fire. That shit was fire. That shit was fucking
You
fire.
know,
9.5
is
out of 10 for
is
me.
uh,
is that the one where everyone's making that video saying they stole the complete, choreography from um is it scary movies with Marlon
Oh,
Wayans? Like his
she's
movie?
talking about Bianca Belair and Alexa
Uh,
Bliss. That match that they
yeah,
had.
yeah, that was a match from a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah,
yeah, that was on Raw, I
that
believe.
was on Raw.
Oh, that was in Royal Rumble.
That
No,
shit
that
was
was on
Okay.
funny
Raw.
though. That shit
That's
was funny though.
yeah, that was funny.
Cause I saw
Roy,
that shit and I was like, why that look so familiar?
Royal Rumble is when you get 30 wrestlers. They get a 90 seconds, and then like they come in one by one. You got to throw them over the top rope, and the last one person standing wins. That's the one. It's
And they
my
get
favorite
like
wrestling.
I remember those.
Yeah, that's my favorite wrestling event. And
Do they still do
uh,
the cage matches still?
yeah,
Oh.
Elimination Chamber coming up.
yeah, that's the next event, the Elimination Chamber. And I
Do
don't
they
know if you
do they
think
do cage matches? They have several styles of cages. What you mean?
was you thinking
The
Hell
one
in a
where
Cell?
they bring it down and you can't come out
Oh, she talking about Hell
until
in a Cell.
Yeah, yeah, you're thinking of Hell in a Cell where you can't climb out the top of that bitch.
They have their own special pay per view for that, but nah, there was no. But there was a lot of
I think they got rid of that too. Didn't they get rid of that?
the pay per view or just like
Yeah, it's
random
not a
fights.
premium live event.
The one with Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes should be the last actual like Hell in a Cell pay per view.
Yeah, because I think they
Now
get
they're
rid of
gonna
it.
have a Hell in a Cell match. They're just gonna do that whatever event they fucking choose.
I don't know. So what was y'all match of the night or moment of
Ooh,
the
that's
night?
fucking hard. Ooh, honestly, I have to give it. I have to give it to Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn, bro. I mean, not Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens. My bad.
Yeah,
And
It's
not even
just,
for the match itself, for the aftermath.
bro. It's just everything about that shit was fuck. That stole the entire show for me. Like, first of all, I'm satisfied with the winners of the Royal Rumble. Like, I'm glad Rhea Ripley fucking won. Like, yeah. And yeah, it's Cody Rhodes. Like, bruh, it was kind of obvious when he came out that he was going to take the damn Royal Rumble. But I'm satisfied. Walter, not Gunter.
I was about to
I'm
say,
sorry. He
okay,
will always
Cody
be Walter
won the
to me.
damn thing, but can we talk about the performance
No,
from Gunther?
he's the MVP of Royal Rumble for me. Gunter was the MVP.
Even though he didn't win, man's broke a record that's sat for how many years now?
at least good 10, 15.
But you know what? I'm glad that Triple H is actually looking out for him because he's been putting down fire matches ever since like what? Ever
Since he
since
came.
NXT UK, yeah, bro. Ever since NXT UK,
Gunther
he's
has not
been
had a
nothing but
bad
bangers.
match. Gunther has not had a bad match.
The
He
ring
has
is
I'm
sacred.
confused. If Triple H took over WWE
Yeah,
or something?
yeah. He's basically the big
Mm.
boss now.
Mm. You know what's so crazy when I hear y'all talk about WWE, Raw, blah, 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 all that wrestling thing?
Uh,
Like, I don't know why it makes me smile because it's like, as a kid, we all knew it was kind of fake, blase, blase. But it's like to see grown men still be in tune with wrestling. I don't
This
know
shit is
why
entertaining as fuck.
I don't know why it just makes me smile when I see y'all so serious about it.
It's
It's still real
yeah,
to
entertaining
me,
as
damn it.
hell.
It's still real to me, damn it.
it's
It's
still
like, no,
real to me. Damn it. Nah, it's just I don't
It
know.
is real
it's
because these
And
people
entertaining.
are
plus,
getting
when you
hurt. I
know what these
understand.
cats, when you understand the depth of what these cats do, there's a certain level of respect you have to have for the craft.
Yeah,
Dion said it
they
perfectly.
spent hours practicing these routines to make it perfection. At least it's not given to be.
Some of them they doing on the
Some,
fly.
some,
It was
some,
some of them they doing on the fly. There was one match, and I know you don't know these wrestlers, but there was a match between Shinsuke Nakamura and Sami Zayn when it was in NXT. That match was actually like they just winged it. They just winged it. It's like none of that was rehearsed or none of that. They just did that on the fly. So there's some matches that they'll just do it on the fly. But I understand what you mean. Which, by
It's
the way,
still nice to see because even when we was a kid, there was adults that brought their kids out there, adults that went. So to see that the wrestling community still have a massive fan base and the amount
Yeah,
of money it makes and the fact that people are really making, let's see, the Rock started wrestling and look, now he's
the biggest
deep
star.
millionaire status.
Yeah,
um
Dwayne Johnson is the highest paid actor in Hollywood right now.
yeah, even to see that Triple H is now like the big boss of the, mind you, he was, even though he was still like one of the top tiers when I was young. So to see him, now being in charge of the whole thing, which is really good for him,
oh,
because
trust
he
me, we
left
got love.
many times and came back many times.
Most of
who
the
the
time he
Rock
left because of
or Triple H?
Triple H.
Hmm? No,
Who the
Triple
Rock?
H. He has left wrestling many times and came back many times. Or, or was it Hulk Hogan's that was one time? Everybody thought he was dead or something. Mm, I don't know.
I was about to say because Triple H has always been there. I know the Rock has left and come back a couple times. Triple H has always been there. That's it. The longest he's
No,
been.
there was one that when he came back, everyone thought he was dead. They didn't see him forever, and then he just popped up one day. I don't think it was. Was it Hulk Hogan?
Nah, it couldn't. It couldn't
Mm.
have been Hulk Hogan.
Wasn't there a WCW match? It was like him versus Big Show, and then like one of them fell off the truck.
No, wait. Back up real quick. Material Life, I think I know what you're thinking of. Because when you said what you said, the first thing I thought of was Vince McMahon.
I think it was him. Never mind.
Because
Yeah.
Nah, you
I
talking
remember
about
when
the
he's supposed
limo?
to have I remember he's supposed to have like faked his death with the whole
Yeah,
explosion of the limo or whatever. But Eddie Guerrero passed away immediately after that fucking happened.
Yeah, they
bruh.
kind of like
Like
I do not remember
immediately
that.
after that happened. That was the last time I fucking cried tears.
Yeah, that was wild.
oh man.
And
So
then all of a sudden he was alive.
yeah. So
Well,
I
it's
remember,
it's
bro.
not like he woke up alive, but it took some months, and then they brought him back, and it was just like, whoa.
No, because like I said, what happened? Like I said, Eddie Guerrero passed away shortly after that whole stunt.
yeah,
Oh, like really passed away?
he really
Man
died.
had a heart attack and died in the middle of a match.
Um, I did not know that. Well, I probably did, but it's been so long
There's
that
a
I probably
whole
forgot about it.
like I don't want to call it 30 for 30, but it was it Beyond the
Was it
Ring or
like
something
dark?
like
It's like Dark Side of the Ring or something
Dark
like
It
Side
that.
of the
was
Ring,
Dark
thank you.
Side of the
Yeah.
Ring.
Yeah, Dark Side of the Ring. There's a whole story on that if you're interested. It's like it talks about Eddie Guerrero.
But some of them used to do serious like steroids and drugs and stuff like that. So,
Oh yeah, that was basically the 80s and half of the 90s until like they had to shut that down, and then that's
Hey,
when
it was the 80s. Everybody did it.
yeah.
Right there, right there. All
Everybody.
right, all right, all right.
Hulk,
They
Hulk Hogan lost a lot of muscle during that era. So Hulk Hogan,
Yeah, it was like a lot of them doing that shit. It was like Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, fucking Lex Luger.
Macho Man.
mm.
So if y'all would on a scale of 1 to 10, what would y'all give the Royal Rumble?
yeah, 9.5 out of 10, just like Dion said.
The only the only complaint I have about the Royal Rumble, and I understand why they did this, but Alexa Bliss and Bianca Belair's match should have been a little bit longer than what it was. Other than that, the show was perfect to me.
I disagree. I think that match is. I don't think there's nothing much more you can say about that match, but that was good. I think it told a story, and that was it. I don't know. Was you expecting like an NXT type of match, or was you?
Not per se. I wanted a little bit more action, and I wanted to see more of like the darker side of Alexa Bliss come out like bit by bit over the course of the match.
Oh, I think you're gonna get that in promos and stories. I don't know if you're gonna get that.
Yeah, but
Also,
I
it's still
wanted to
going
see that
on.
in action during the match.
They're gonna fight again. They're gonna have another match.
Yeah,
You probably get that there.
pretty sure it's gonna be an elimination chamber. I think so. Unless she's
Well,
like competing. Unless she's competing in elimination chamber. I don't know.
Alexa has to. Well, we don't know everyone that's in the elimination chamber. We know the last four remaining women after Rhea Ripley won, which was Asuka, Liv. Was it Becky?
I think Becky. Yeah.
I don't. Who were the last four? But in the Royal Rumble, besides Rhea Ripley,
Oh,
it was Asuka. It was Asuka, Liv Morgan, and who else? Who were the other two?
it was Becky.
It was Becky and damn. So who's the fourth?
Liv More. You said Liv Morgan,
I mentioned Liv. Like I said, it was
Oscar
Asuka,
Becky.
Liv, Becky,
Liv,
and
Rhea, Oscar, and Becky.
no, excluding the winner, who were the final four?
That is the final four.
I said excluding the winner. You mentioned Rhea Ripley. I said excluding Rhea.
There's three, and I named them three.
You misunderstood the damn question. Okay.
You sure? You said it was the final
Oh,
five,
okay.
and I'm pretty sure. I think it was Piper.
Exclu- Excluding Rhea Ripley, who were
I think it
the
was.
last four other than Rhea Ripley?
I think it was Piper. I think it was Piper Niven.
I'm so glad they changed her name back. Oh my god,
I marked out when they did that, by the way.
because
I
that
marked
was
up
dumb.
when I
That
saw
D drop
Oscar.
shit was dumb.
This is like one of the few times where I say the women's Royal Rumble was better than the men's Royal Rumble, even though the men's Royal Rumble was really good.
Ooh, I slightly disagree.
You
I
slightly
think the men's.
disagree?
Yeah, I think the men got it this year.
You got
I enjoyed the women's. Don't get me wrong, but I think the men's Royal Rumble was the men's Royal Rumble was fucking fire.
I love the spot with Ricochet and Logan Paul because
That's
first
what
of all,
I'm saying. There was that.
Oh
Bro.
yeah.
Lesnar fucking coming back, bro. Come on. The
yeah,
men's Royal Rumble was fucking fire.
you
Booker
got
T fucking came back and did the spinner Rooney.
Booker T did the spinning room. That one got me. I popped for that.
Damn, he can still do it.
You feel what I'm saying?
That boy still look good too. Booker
You
T-
can't.
Nah, but the Logan Paul and Ricochet shit was actually fire. Like they was executed perfectly too.
and Logan Paul did a hell of a buckshot lariat for a man that hurt his ACL.
Hey, bro. Nah, he's legit. I give him his props because doing that shit is not easy.
That is
Especially
not
like,
easy.
bro, him and Bad Bunny, like, bro, they put it down. They set a standard. They set a
they
very,
did.
very high standard.
And
I
plus,
also, I'm gonna include.
I can
Pat
actually
McAfee there,
say
too.
I want to see more of Logan Paul.
I think he's going
And
to
if his next match is going to be Seth Rollins, oh god, that's going to be fun.
shit. So, how y'all think? Last question. I guess we can get to the next one. How y'all think the Sami Zayn Roman Reigns story is going to hold out? You think he's going to have a match at WrestleMania? Or
So I don't. Oh man, this is gonna be hard to predict because I feel like with the way that they're going, I feel like Sami Zayn is gonna fight Roman Reigns at some point. I just don't think it's WrestleMania. I think they're gonna reserve that for someone else because Cody's coming for him too.
yeah,
Since he won the Royal Rumble, so
someone said Roman Reigns could main event 2 nights, like have defend one title. It'd be one with Cody, the other title with Sami Zayn.
I think
that's
that's gonna. I think that whole ordeal is going to end with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens facing the Usos. That's how that's gonna go.
interesting.
That's how I see that going.
Okay. All right. Any last words before we move on to our next topic?
I have to ask this question about Rhea Ripley. So she won the Royal Rumble. She challenged Charlotte Flair, which I wanted her to challenge Bianca, but that's another
That's what
conversation.
I'm saying, Dion. I don't know why she chose Charlotte.
She wants payback for a few years ago. I understand that, but I was a little irritated because come on, they were teasing Rhea Ripley versus Bianca Belair at first.
That's what I'm saying.
I was looking forward to that shit, but now my issue now is this: Beth Phoenix is still on Rhea Ripley's ass.
That's true.
So what are they going to do about that?
She's probably going to cost her the championship. Watch.
I hope
she's
I
probably
get
going to
Ray
fucking
versus
bide her
Dominic
time.
at WrestleMania. That's what I'm hoping for.
That's what I'm saying. She's going to fucking bide her time.
I'm glad you said that. I need that story to come to an end. I need that story to come to a definitive end.
Yeah, because Edge was talking about he's trying to retire soon. Like he probably
the whole Judgment Day story has to come to a definitive end at WrestleMania.
That will be fire.
So did y'all hear about Stone Cold turning down a match at WrestleMania?
Yeah,
I'm glad he did. I'm so glad he did. I love that man. One of my favorite wrestlers of all time. But
Stone Cold don't need to do shit else. He don't need to prove nothing else to nobody.
I do not need that man wrestling and being paralyzed.
I do not.
Fucking sad.
I do not want another Goldberg.
Yeah.
I would like to see it one more time. I would like to see it one more time.
Who would he fight? Like,
they were gonna try to get him. They was gonna try to get him to fight The Rock, but it's like The Rock is still fit to wrestle. He can still wrestle.
Because see, the original rumors going around for WrestleMania was The Rock and Roman Reigns, but clearly they have other, and if I dare say, better plans.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Fun fact. Fun fact. Guess what time my daughter was born?
What?
3/16.
Oh God.
As soon as I kid you not, as soon as the doctor said that, like I just heard glass just shatter.
That's the first reaction you should have.
Like, oh
That's the only
god.
reaction time.
Like I kid you not. As soon as he was like, "What's the birth time?" 3/16. All I heard was shh. Like, oh yes,
That's cool.
she's gonna learn how to do the stunner. Okay,
Fun
so
fact. So apparently, while I was being born, you know the Circle of Life song from The Lion King? It was fucking
stop,
playing in the fucking speakers as I was coming.
stop.
And I'm like, that's very interesting.
See, shit like that means you're destined for something. You're destined for greatness.
Crystal, you ain't shit.
Yo.
I saw that.
I wish something like that special happened when I was born. The only thing that happened when I was born was George Bush got elected or doing inauguration. So he was doing inauguration, like getting fucking sworn in.
Shoot. Damn. Let me get. Where are they? Because I'm actually about to take my break, and I need something about y'all.
But yeah, I
But
enjoyed the Royal Rumble.
D Wolf, why you say D Wolf would like to speak?
he raised his head.
Yeah, that was an accident.
Oh,
That was an
okay.
accident.
I just thought of something else I wanted to ask about
Oh, go ahead.
in regards to that. So, what do you think exactly they're going to do for Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar?
WrestleMania. I want to say
I mean,
WrestleMania.
yeah, but I feel like that has to be like a special stipulation type of match of some sort. A cage match or some shit. No holds barred or some bullshit
Yeah,
like that.
because they
That
both
one
do.
might be Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, but
Bobby Lashley,
no, I actually wouldn't
Brock
mind them
Lesnar in
doing
Hell in a
a.
Cell.
Nah, you know what they should do? You want to know, like, bro, at WrestleMania, have them fight in an MMA match.
The fight pit like Seth Rollins and
Yeah,
Matt
like
Riddle
fight
did.
pit. Yes, fight pit. Fucking WrestleMania, fight pit. Brock Lesnar, Bobby
Yes,
Lashley.
I
Oh
was thinking that.
Ooh, come on, man. If they did that shit, everyone's watching that. Bro, we should be creative.
Ooh, that would be fun. That would be fucking fun.
Book the fuck out of these matches. Yeah, fight pit. Brock Lesnar, Bobby Lashley, but we're not getting that shit. They probably, it's like Ray said, they probably gonna fucking do Hell in a Cell or some shit.
What the hell?
All right.
Hold on.
All right. On to our next topic. Have y'all seen these prices for these Beyonce tickets since they have gone on tour?
No.
Yes.
Let's say, and I actually looked it up before the FedEx Field Landover, right? Some of the upper row tickets are like $600. Now, if you want like front row tickets or like from what I've seen for like Section Club Renaissance or Section Beehive A row, it goes up to like 7,800 or 8,700. And I don't know if this is Section 112, but it's $129,000.
Well, income tax coming around, so Beyonce does it really well when it comes to doing tours. She pinned it around income tax season, so these people gonna have the money to spend.
Man, for that much, Beyonce better be stripping.
She gonna give you a show. I don't know about stripping, but
Is this about
She
the
gonna have
one
a
text
bathing suit.
conversation where the chick was
Right
begging
there.
her guy for the Beyonce tickets, but he didn't want to because he was saving for a fucking house?
No, but I definitely would. That's definitely interesting. I'm just like literally looking at Beyonce prices because when I heard she was on tour, I wanted to see these prices, and everybody was talking about how expensive it was. So I looked it
Yeah,
up.
I'm sorry. I accidentally freaking exited the damn chat, so I wasn't sure what y'all were talking about.
Oh, I was talking about the prices for the Beyonce concert. It goes from like the cheapest is 600, and the more expensive one is $129,000.
Oh, I like me, but I don't want to see her in person that bad. Hell no.
She
See,
better be
I'm
Crazy.
not
bringing my.
that big of a Beyonce fan, but I would definitely spend that amount on a Nicki Minaj tour because I am definitely a Nicki fan.
First of
So,
all,
Yeah.
but
no ticket needs to be $129,000 fucking dollars.
She better be bringing
What
hundred
Michael
twenty
Jackson
nine
back from the
thousand
dead.
dollars, I'm not
what
spending
does
that.
this $100+ ticket come with? Like
Are you
is there
sure? Is
all you
it
eat buffet I get access
129
to in this
or is it
motherfucker or what?
1,229?
Hold on. All right, I'm going to share my
I want
screen.
to know what I have access
A
to if I'm
hundred
paying
and
this much
twenty
for a
nine
fucking ticket to the
thousand
show.
dollar
Is
I,
there
ticket.
I
all you can
That's a
eat
house.
buffet?
Beyonce is
bam,
definitely bringing
right
me to
here,
her house.
right here. Section 112, zone lower 1 to 2 position. This is FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. I don't know about other states,
See,
but this is just Landover. $129,152 each. 1 and 2 tickets.
it's
Good
Oh,
not
I'm
even
moving
it's
in
not
with
even
night.
worth
her.
that much just for the simple fact that it's at FedEx Field. Anyway,
I'm moving in with her.
There must
She,
be
I
the
will
selected
be.
ticket. It must come with VIP, food, drink, backstage entrance, meeting her, getting free memorabilia, something.
right.
No,
I need a all you.
no,
If I'm
it
paying a
looks real
hundred
basic.
thousand,
It
Nah,
looks
I'm
real
about to.
basic. They ain't
I'm
coming
about.
nothing else.
It's
let me tell
coming
you
with
something. If
dinner.
I'm paying
It's
a
coming
hundred
with
thousand
dinner with
dollars
Jay
for
Z.
for
I just
for
want you to
a
know these
ticket to a
tickets are
show,
selling though. Hey, before we get to anything, these tickets are selling.
That thing better
So
come
shit.
with dinner with Jay Z.
Because
I
my
better
thing
be.
is, usually tickets that's cost like that, it comes with something, and
it doesn't.
those seats are not the best seats because you have to break your neck to look up at her.
Mm.
So
It says it
I
gives
don't want to stand there.
unrestricted view. The perk is unrestricted view.
Oh, that means you can walk around. Good night. First of all, when I went to go see her at FedEx Field, I was on the ground floor. We had the best seats. We was on the ground and we could walk around and everything. And those tickets was under $1,000. My father bought my mom and I tickets to go see her on the run tour.
That
And
was
we
also a
had
good tour.
fabulous seats. I was able to take close up pictures of her and everything. When I saw her for Good Morning America, I know it's a different thing, but still, I was right there close to her, and I still got the video on my Facebook in 2011. This 129,000, she's playing with people's pockets. Beyonce is not for the people. I wish people will stop saying that because people keep telling something she's for the people. No, she's not because she knows that people of color want to see her, and these tickets are fucking ridiculous. Why would you have to spend your money on that?
Nigga, that's a mortgage. That's a
She is
mortgage.
literally trying to make her. I really think she's trying to make her quota so she could become a billionaire herself. You know they make their most money during tours. That's why a lot of artists tour so much because they make the most money from album sales and from touring.
Especially if you don't sign a 360 deal.
It's the performances
Man, for that much, you
I'm
better make
not
me an
paying
official Carter.
120.
because the album
I'm
Right
not
sales
at
paying
let you know.
FedEx
129K.
Field, Ghetto Down, FedEx Field, where I couldn't even bring. I was so fucking pissed off. I was wearing this Prada bag, a crossbody Prada bag, which means that it ain't huge. Okay, and they're talking about it was too big, and unless I need to put it up somewhere or leave it outside, bitch, who the fuck is leaving it outside?
So you
And I
can
had
leave
to
it over
call my
here.
father and have him come back up the fucking hill after he wasn't answering his phone for like 5, 6 minutes and bring my phone down. I was so annoyed. I'm like, I'm never coming back to Fayetteville. What the fuck is this shit?
So you had to leave it over there next to the Sean Taylor statue.
Yeah, and people left their purses out there too because they
Yeah,
didn't
that's
have a
wild.
choice.
Yeah, nah, they.
Oh
Oh,
fuck
Yeah,
that's
that.
I
I'm
hate
missing the
that
whole
shit.
game. Fuck that.
That statue is trash.
You mean mannequin?
$29,000. And
Yeah,
imagine
the
the tax on that.
Mm,
129K.
yeah,
So
that
Beyonce is
they're
definitely
probably
she
paying
adopted me.
they're
Like
probably
I'm
paying
part
like
of family.
$135. I mean $135,000. That's including
Like
tax, I think.
Yeah,
it
for that
must be
much, I hope you
the
inviting Prince and Easy E back from the dead. Shit.
Prince is easy. Yo, you better.
I think
Everybody better be
Somebody.
there. Biggie,
those
Tupac.
those tickets must be for her celebrity friends and her rich friends.
Hey,
I'm not.
can I get a Illuminati discount or something? Damn.
You know, join the. Oh man.
$129,000.
Coloring time with Blue Ivy? Fuck.
Shit. For that amount of money, shit. All
I
of
better be
Destiny's
able
Child
to
better be
jump
on
on
my
the
CD.
stage and start backup dancing too.
Oh man.
Like I'm choosing the song. God damn it.
Like, did we get to kiss Jay-Z? Like, what's up?
Do I get to pick the playlist? I want to hear Kitty Cat. I don't
For
care.
real, at that price, bitch, you better be taking my request. We want to hear I'd Rather Be With
For me,
You.
it's Ego. For me, it's Ego. That's my favorite song from her.
I want to hear I'd Rather Be With You because I love the way you scream my name. You better do what I say, girl. I paid $129,000.
Yo, for
But
that fucking price, you better endorse whatever company I tell you to endorse. You're not just going, bro. Yeah, I need a piece of that back.
but
She
do
need to start
Beyonce
her own
have like
business.
I've never been to any of her. Do she have like like the people that come out before her to perform, or is it just her show?
When she first started, like back in the day, like from her first album, but no.
'Cause I
Uh-uh.
know on the run it was with her and Jay-Z, but I think this is just gonna be her only.
Well, okay, excuse me. On the run, she had like DJ Khaled in them, but it wasn't like it was like kind of like hyping up the crowds, prepare them for it. But it wasn't like how like when I went to see Rihanna, Kesha was on stage for an hour before.
Oh God.
Tick tock on the dot when you
How
see
is
the
Kesha, by the
music
way? She
up.
doing okay?
She's doing good ever since that manager of hers was fucking her over and trying to have sex with her and shit. She got her shit back from him and got put that lawsuit on him. But since then, she hasn't really been doing much. But I think potentially she would probably make a comeback because I feel like Kesha could have been on the level of like a Lady Gaga almost,
I
or
agree.
at least Miley Cyrus. Miley Cyrus, not like Miley Cyrus is not big in
Maybe
people's
a
like.
Miley. I don't know about Gaga. Gaga like up there, up there.
I know that's why I kind of scaled it back. I was like, oh, maybe not.
Keep in the back, girl, Gaga.
My money's on Dua Lipa because I call her White Rihanna. I've been calling her White Rihanna for years.
White Rihanna.
Every every
I
song I heard
actually really, really like Dua Lipa.
every song I heard for Dua Lipa, I go, this song is good, but I feel like Rihanna would kill it. That's why I call her White Rihanna.
So she's like Rihanna
Damn.
with W.
Yes.
Rihanna.
How long will the concert be for? Like, it definitely can't be for an hour.
I
'Cause
think it's
What?
a 2-day event. She's there for 2 days to
Man, for life.
Oh
God
no,
damn it.
Beyonce concerts are usually an hour 40.
for 129K, an hour and 40 minutes.
But no, that's a long time.
Yeah. She also needs to reenact Black Panther. I just want
That's a long time actually. Of somebody just sitting there singing and dancing for an hour and let's just say an hour and 30. Girl, you know how tired your ass be?
If I'm gonna pay 600 to be all the way in the back, I need you to give me at least a minimum 3-hour show.
Oh,
I
So I
need
can justify.
shit.
I
You're not getting
need
that.
I need about a week.
Shit.
I need a week.
Exactly. Like you talking about $600. You know how much things that could buy? Or
She said that's not,
somebody
she
rent
said,
right now
look, this
probably
is why
six
I
hundred
don't like
dollars.
you black
For that
people
amount
buying my
of
tickets. You complain too much.
fuck that.
Or my
For that amount of
whites.
money, you gonna get on stage. You gonna perform your whole catalog, schedule how you want, do it in whatever order you choose. But you
No,
about to
no,
sing
dead
your whole
ass.
catalog. Fuck that.
First of all, you need to take a poll and have us tell you what songs we want. I will literally be chatting up there like, stop playing this shit. Who don't want to hear that? I don't
She
want to
gonna have to
see.
bring back some Destiny Child music too, and some from every.
And
Nah,
she
that's
better
just
sing
too.
it the regular way too. I don't want to hear that remix shit.
Yeah, and we got
129K for an
You better
hour and
bring
a
back.
half,
You
bro.
better bring back every member of Destiny's Child that you kicked out.
Uh-uh.
The fuck.
Uh-uh.
Well,
I went there. No shade.
I
Anyway,
want to hear shit from the first album of Destiny's Child that she don't ever perform. I want to hear shit from her first album. Don't play with me.
I want to hear Girls Time.
Oh, okay.
God damn
And
it.
then I want to hear her sing Tamia, because she sung the song first. Tamia, I'm So Into You. She sung that first in 1993 or 1994,
oh wow.
and then
What?
they sold it to Tamia years later. She sounds amazing at fucking 12 years old. I said, "Oh yes, girl,
I
Wow.
ain't
sing that
never
on there
knew that.
too. We want the unreleased shit." And oh yeah, on YouTube we have some songs that we found. We want to hear that too. And since you and
damn.
Alicia Keys don't know how to release music videos from back in the day, we want to see y'all perform, put it in a love song, and wear the same outfits that you had in that music video that you didn't
Oh
release.
man.
Okay, thank you.
There was a video for that track.
Yes. And if you go and look up the fucking photos, when I say I know they spent like $5 million and up. When I say that video is gonna be hot. They had a part where they're wearing like the carnival outfit with the feathers and the wings and everything. And you know,
Ooh.
Beyonce was looking all sexy because she got her belt. You know, her stomach be looking the bomb. And her and
Yeah.
Alicia dancing and shit. They were down there for days recording that video. And then they were supposed to do, her and Jay-Z was supposed to do the video for Hollywood. And then they canceled it. I will never forget that article I read, and I forgot what magazine that was. It Vibe? I forgot. They was going to do a video for Hollywood.
I like that song.
Me
I
too.
wanted them to do a video for On the Rim Part 2 from Magna Carta Holy Grail. I wanted them to do a song for that. I mean, a video for that.
Yeah,
I
I
like the
want to.
stage performance they did though when they was in France. I like the stage performance they did for that track.
And what's that song with DJ Khaled? She don't ever
She
perform
definitely
that.
got to be
Shining.
making
I
at
want to
least
hear
$1
Shining.
billion off that tour. Like the prices is giving very much $1 billion tour.
I think she's going to earn close to $100 million. So, because she's worth what, 500 million or 600 million now?
These motherfuckers ain't stopping me.
I think I'm the only crazy one here because I would spend that kind of money to see Beyonce. Only because, hear me out, y'all.
You're a fan.
Only because,
I'm
no,
listening. I'm listening.
A true fan.
No, no, I'm not even a fan like that. I love her music. I love her personality. It's just honorable to just give her the money that she feels that she's owed. Now, just hear me out before I go any further, okay? Beyonce is charging the same amount of money that Metallica is charging for their seats at some points, and Super Bowl is charging that amount of money too. Now, if I had $129,000, would I spend it on the experience? Hell fucking yeah, because I can't take it with me. So what's the point? You know what I mean?
First
So
off, if you're able to spend that, that means that you have at least $2 million in your bank account.
You got that buku bread.
That's not enough. You
well,
need to at
even
least
if I
have.
got 7,000, I would do it only because of the experience, and you only get once in a blue moon. And I just want to give her what she feels she's owed for the experience that she feels she's going to give her audience. And so far, she
Um,
didn't let anyone down. So,
I,
but that's
I'm
just me,
sorry.
though. That's just
And I get it. Trust me, because I'm a big Aaliyah fan. And trust me, if Aaliyah was still here, I don't even know how much I'll fucking spend. But
yep.
let me just say this. She ain't owed nothing. Okay? This bitch don't do not one interview. She don't do no TV performances. She hasn't given us music videos for none of these fucking songs. Beyonce doesn't stop and speak to her fans like that anymore. She always secretive, and no. You want to go out throughout the whole fucking year being all secret and hiding and not speaking to people. Then you pop out of nowhere, and I'm supposed to spend my $50,000 and $129,000 because I'm pressed for you and I'm obsessed with you. No, bitch, go kick rocks. I'll watch you on YouTube because somebody's gonna upload the whole
You better
concert.
go off. Go all the
Cause
way.
let me tell you, I used to be a very
I
big
mean, he's not
Beyonce
wrong.
fan. I used to be a really big one, but I started being like, you know what, Beyonce, you starting to get on my nerves a little bit. And I love her, but sometimes I just be like, all right now. I'm
It's like siblings rivalry.
just like the Spice Girls are gonna be touring again. Now I'm not spending
Why?
buku. Excuse you. Excuse you.
Why not?
Oh, that's
I
gonna
have
sell out
never
too.
seen them
That's gonna
live,
sell out too.
and I need to see them. I'm looking at my Spice Girls picture right now that I got printed out. Don't play with my
Yo,
girls.
that almost took me out because you just came from saying Beyonce, oh, excuse you.
I love my Spice Girl. If you know me growing up, everybody know I was the next Spice Girl. I was a 6'1", waiting for one of them to break their foot.
I guess they be talking to their fans on a regular, huh?
What you know what? They're not shady. And actually, they will actually stop because they're actually very sweet. And Victoria is actually supposed to be on this tour. That's the reason why I really want to go because she didn't go to the last one. And the last one, there was only like there was only a couple shows, and they only did it in Europe. But they're supposed to come to America this time again. And the last time they came to America was in 2007. So I'm like, yeah. But other than that, like I love Janet Jackson. I don't even want to see Janet because I feel like Janet has been, kind of not doing the dance moves the same like she used to. But I think she's supposed to be doing it better this time because I see she's dancing a little harder this time. But the last tour, Janet Jackson was giving us very much. I'm just gonna give you a little boom boom cat and then stand here. I don't want to see that. I want to see a full on thing. I'm like, and I don't care about her age because Janet Jackson is fit. And them old ladies that used to be doing all that jazz and ballet from back in the day, they be 80 years old. I need all.
Excuse me. You gave us a whole lot of character today.
Okay, because I haven't been in here talking no shit for a long time. Let me bring it back
just
to
go back to the other conversation. So for that much for tickets, yeah, I'm not gonna meet you at the front though.
Oh yeah, no. You're opening up the back for me, and then people are gonna think I'm part of the team.
For that much, you're gonna have to meet me at my door. God damn it!
You better put me in a Little Mermaid. I want to be a black
Shut
mermaid.
the fuck up.
I want to be a merman. I want to be a merman.
Mermaid.
There's no he. There's no he or she. It's just they them.
I'll be a mermaid.
Merman, like Zoolander.
Just merman.
Merman.
It's a merman.
I'm still stuck on the Beyonce ain't old shit.
Not no 129.
The way he said it still blows my mind. That's it. She's like, if that's what she feel like she deserves. He said, no, she ain't old shit.
Not the way she be sitting there not giving us what we want when we ask for it.
He said,
you give that you ask that price when your fans be out here doing shit and you doing shit for them too.
That's facts.
I would love to see her on Saturday Night Live performing some of these songs. No, she hasn't done that. Mm-mm. I feel like, to me, like she's not acting like how she used to, and it's like, I get it, she doesn't have to, but it's like, damn, bitch, we would love to see that.
Beyonce only leave her house for money.
We still do interviews.
Right, like all she gotta do is go on Saturday Night Live and just perform. I feel like people be pressed.
But Beyonce is now, she is to the level where she will only walk out her door if it's a payment.
Okay, and I feel like that is literally what is going on.
She don't have to talk to her fans because like the little glimpse of things that she does, like on her little page, her like um a little picture she send out to her fan, or the stuff on her Beyonce.com that she'll like post up and stuff like that.
And I be
She
feeling
feel like
like
that's enough.
right, and it's like we're begging for scraps when she does that. She's like,
Hmm.
I'm not gonna give you no video, but here, check
More,
this
please.
out.
And I know she has a whole video catalog for Renaissance because the girl records all the time.
Mm.
Okay,
Oh well.
I got one more question. Since I think Xavier brought it up, and I think it is a good question. It doesn't have to be Beyonce, but what music song that you like that you wanted a music video for and you never got?
Oh, don't get me started.
Ooh, that's
Don't
a
get
good
me
question.
started.
That's a
For
great
me,
question.
it's
Don't get
fancy.
me
For
started.
me, it's "Fancy" by The Dream. I love that song, and I wanted a music video for that, and I never got it. That and
Shit, that's a good one. That's a good
that and
question.
Mr. 17 5 by Jeezy, but he did a video for that like later. But definitely The Dream for Fancy, and shit, Loose Rap by Aaliyah.
That's a really good question.
Uh
I
you know
love that.
that song was supposed to be released first and not We Need a Resolution,
I
but they
know.
last minute changed it, so we would have had a video.
Yes, I love that song. I fuck with that song heavy. It's one of my favorite Aaliyah songs, Loose Rap.
Mm.
She was in a
Who can
bag
I
in that song.
let me tell you? Who can I say? I have so many I can tell you.
Oh, can I say mine real quick?
Go
Let
ahead.
No Man Put Us Under by Mary J. Blige. Why that doesn't have
Oh,
a music video? I don't know.
that would have been.
Hmm.
No
That's a good one.
man
Man,
put
put
us
us under.
under. Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
I
Let's
would say
see.
mine, but mine is weird as fuck. I don't even think y'all know.
Go
Go
ahead. Say it.
go ahead, cause you're gonna look at me weird for mine too.
All right, it's Angel Flooded Demons by Lupe Fiasco.
I like
Yeah.
that song.
We need a video.
I like that song. Oh shit, this is.
Hey, we can.
Okay.
Hey, we can go to MIT right now and
We
tell
need a
them.
video for the whole Cool album, but yeah, and All Black everything. I love All Black.
I
Yeah.
mean, we can
Mine,
run to MIT right now and tell Lupe. So
shit.
Yo.
My pick for a song that deserves a video and never got one is for anyone who's familiar with the rock band Hinder. The
Oh,
song the song Everybody's Wrong from the All American Nightmare album.
they didn't have a
It,
video?
that particular song didn't get a video. They did a video for the title track All American Nightmare and for the song What You Gonna Do. But they did not do a video for Everybody's Wrong. It's the best song on the whole album, and I feel like that's a fucking shit.
I agree.
Well, I definitely wanted a music video from Aaliyah for Are You Feeling Me? She did 2 videos
Ooh.
for the songs on Romeo Must Die, and I thought she was gonna do one for Are You Feeling Me? And then on her sophomore album, One in a Million, I wanted something for Ladies in the House. And then the Spice Girls, there's like 4 different songs. I'm not even gonna name them. Just
Did
know it's like 4 damn songs.
did Aaliyah have a video for the song At Your Best?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I have to go find that because
Yeah.
that's like my second favorite song from her, and
You probably
like
don't
I don't recall
remember.
seeing a video
Yeah.
for it.
Hmm. You probably
Yeah,
just
I
don't
don't recall
remember.
seeing a video for it.
And then like for A. Marie, I really wish that her first album got more play because A. Marie could have done music videos for at least 4 extra songs on that album. Her first
you
album was
just don't
amazing.
understand.
I
Got
ain't think
to
people really
be
listen to
there.
Marie like that. Go
Oh,
ahead.
I
What?
love me some
I
A.
love
Marie.
Avery.
Wait, what song were you singing?
Got to be there for me.
Oh yes.
That's my
You
shit.
just don't
Understand.
understand, got
Got
to
to
be
be
there for
there for me.
me. Yes.
That and
Oh, that's my
oh
song
man,
right there.
I just died in your arms.
And Show Me, I love Show Me. love that you're feeling.
Yes.
And Hating on You. I love Hating on You.
I
I just love
just
the whole
died.
album. Shit.
I just died in your arms. That's a classic.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That is a fucking that A. Marie album is a classic. I love that album.
Yeah.
Oh, she found it. Crystal found it at your best.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Oh man, yeah.
And then of course, Tweet did a video for Smoking Cigarettes, but it was never released. And I love that song.
Love me some Tweet.
I love Smoking Cigarettes. And then Gwen Stefani's first album, there was a video for Bubble Pop Electric, but somehow it just got taken off the internet and nobody can find it. Nobody's seen it since then.
What the fuck? Are you serious?
What happened?
Why would they take it off?
Oh, you talking about this? Yeah, I know, right? I love that song.
I was listening to that since it came out in my senior year. So I was listening. That was my go-to in the morning.
Okay. Bubble Pop Electric. Gonna take it down and slow it up in the backseat. And Andre Leon, I said Andre Leon Talley. Andre 3000 was the love interest in that song. Well, in the video. Yeah.
I just thought of another one, and I realized most of my videos are R&B. Angel in the Skies by Brandy. I fucking love that. I used to listen to that on the radio all the fucking time, and it never got a video. I felt cheated.
Angel in Disguise.
Yes. Angel in Disguise by Brandy.
Yes. You know what song? I love that album too. You know what my song on there was, and it has a video though. You Don't Know Me.
Oh.
Tell me what is going on. You don't love me like it. What? Oh, you got me wanting to listen to that damn song.
No.
Yeah, this is a good album.
Fubu by Solange. Why doesn't that have a video?
Which one?
Fubu.
Fubu. I was thinking more Borderline. Yeah, Borderline. Fubu, yes.
You always bring up Borderline when I bring
I
up
fucking love that song.
I love it. Angel in the skies above.
Oh my god, the ad-libs in that song? Yes. The ad-libs in that song are crazy.
Oh, and you know what? Let me for my ghetto. I was gonna say Monique. Monica. What the fuck is the damn song called? What the hell is it called? Oh, Like This and Like. Well, no, not that. Not Like This, Like That. Nah.
Can you remember any of the lyrics?
Nope. I'm over here trying to listen to the damn album.
Shit.
Like this and like that, I'm gonna.
The one song from Monica I feel like should have gotten a video and didn't. Sideline Hoe.
What the? I'm sorry.
Thank you.
It's like you can't just come out. You gotta brace
that one could have gotten a that's a good song. That could have gotten a video.
What's the name again?
It's called Sideline Hoe.
You see, I'm out. I'm tapping out.
No, that was a dope song. That could have gotten a video.
Who's that by?
I actually remember that song. Yeah.
That's Monica.
Oh. All right.
It went something
Sideline
like
Hoe.
it went something like Sideline Hoe. Oh, some shit like that. It was pretty lit.
Oh, so any last words before we move on to our final topic?
No.
Get your money, Beyonce. Get your money, Beyonce. I guess that's all I can say.
No, if I'm spending that much money on a Beyonce ticket, I better be a Carter. God damn it.
You can actually buy probably a foreign with that. Probably
just a car.
No, he said be a Carter.
That's a whole
I
house.
said be a Carter. I said I better be a Carter.
Or a Carter.
Oh. I think that's just too low to be a Carter.
Shit. Blue Ivy was
Starting
rich.
rate is 50 million.
Wayne Carter, Sean Carter, Coach Carter. One of them. Shit.
Quincy Carter. I could be Quincy
Right.
Carter from Dallas Cowboys.
Beyonce
Vince Carter.
charged Dubai 34 million just for a little private concert.
Hey, she got that.
And
They
honestly, feeling the way
no. You
she's selling
mean
these
they
Renaissance
got
tickets, I
that.
feel like she got underpaid.
Nah, they got that. Shit.
Nah, because Blue Ivy's about to did something and Beyonce yoked her up. I was like, I saw that part.
She like, we ain't the Carter.
But the thing is, though,
Not in
Dubai,
baby.
you can do that kind of stuff in Dubai. Dubai is a lot more lenient. You just can't kiss in public. But Dubai is very lenient on a lot of stuff.
I mean, when I went, maybe now, when I went there, we had rules and they told us what to do and what not to do.
Hey, Ray got money.
Well, that's because you're bringing your American asses over there and y'all be wilding out.
True. True.
Because
they got a whole gang of rules.
Yeah,
a lot
they
of
set us the fuck down and said, y'all don't do this, this custom.
And then you get there and realize all these rules they told us was the opposite of what the hell was going down there.
Because a lot of the down low Arab men go to Dubai to have fun.
Wow. Oh, because there's a whole lot of down low men out there.
It's like rule number 1. Don't do no American shit.
That Grinder app be on Hot Street out there.
Okay. And I know they be having them fine ass Arab men doing things. I'm like, well, if I do
the only reason why I know is because my gay friend was stationed out there.
Okay. I know them sexy Arab men was up on there telling myself, I can't show my face. I'm like, you just know when you get to that hotel room, you're gonna be fine. I'm like, now buy me my Chanel bag. That'll be the transaction.
Passport bros in Dubai.
Okay. Getting ran through. They be like, they say, you come back, you came back with all these handbags. I'm like, yeah, girl.
Come back with
now
a pet
I'm
tiger.
walking around here looking like a baboon.
And they'll drop the money in your pocket.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me something. That was fun. That. Can I see you before you leave? I said,
Here, buy
me this
a pet
necklace.
tiger.
Ain't nobody buying that shit. You know me. I want my jewelry and my bags and my fur. I said,
getting real rubies out that motherfucker.
Okay. I said, buy me this fucking emerald ring. That's my fucking birthstone. Hurry up, Habib. You're like, oh, you're so bossy. I like it. I said, oh yeah, is that what? But when your wife talk like that, you be backhanded, huh?
Oh, God,
that's different. That's different. I said, yeah, because I'm a man, and I'm gonna backhand you back.
Dubai, it's a weird. I didn't realize how weird it was because when some people they bold with it. They'll ask you. They're not secret about asking if you're a prostitute. That's one thing. Them folks in Dubai is not scared to ask you.
Oh yeah.
So they just walk right up to you like, hey,
what?
They have no shame.
Bro, ain't that shit legal there?
No, it's not. It's not legal.
Damn.
So you mean to tell me they legit just walk up to you like, oh, hey, how you doing?
One
Quick
dude
question.
dude walked up to me and he was trying to make me buy some prostitute. He was like, "You like pussy?" Like, I was like, okay.
What?
They not giving fuck.
Yeah, I was at a hotel. We were trying to check in and everything. My homegirl was checking in, and a guy walked up. He like literally, I was sitting down, minding my business, and he like sat down next to me and asked. I was in shock. I was like,
start looking at yourself head to toe. Like, what the fuck do I got on?
Exactly. That's the same thing I said. But I was young back then. So I was just like, wait, what?
Oh,
he was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Now, let me just mind my business. Because I might say some incriminating stuff now. So let me just mind my business.
Okay.
Ray
You're
answered that question like, yes, I do. Thank you for
Exactly. Me now?
One girl asked me, did I want a good time? And I was just fucking with her. I said, so what if I wanted an okay time? What if I wanted an all right, but it could have been better time? How much do you cost for that? And then she just laughed at me.
And we was in an expensive hotel. I'm like, yo, I could have barely made a bag.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if a woman walk up
Nah,
to
never
me and
mind,
ask
because I
me
don't
if
know
I
what they would
was
have
looking
asked
for
me
a
to
good
do.
time,
It'd have probably been some
Okay.
crazy.
I was about to.
Okay.
It'd
He
probably
said,
involve.
"Lick peanut butter off my gooch
Yeah, it's probably a fucking camel or some shit.
while I feed you, while I
I
stuff
don't
you
even think that's
with
weird.
dates."
I feel like that's not a weird
with
enough for the
dates.
stuff I be hearing on YouTube about what them girls that go out there to do.
I heard they get they chest shitting on. So
Exactly. All
Listen right
sorts,
now.
and they be having to eat it. Oh, what
Okay.
about that? Oh, that video where the dude, I think the girl said she was having a threesome with one football
All
player.
right, I think it's time for our final thoughts.
Oh yeah,
It's gonna end up like
my
the ending to
husband.
Atlanta where you pee on somebody.
She was having a threesome with my husband, and she said that he likes to be shit on his chest. Let me tell you right now, if that's all he wants, and he said he'll pay me a certain amount of money, when I say I would, it would be a landfill in there. I'm like, oh, so you just want me to shit on your chest, and you're gonna
Not a
take me shopping over
landfill.
here, and you're gonna take me shopping, and all I gotta do is shit on you?
It
Say
is
nothing
definitely
else.
time for our final thoughts. You're gross.
He's like, okay, beforehand, I'm gonna
Say
eat some
nothing
Nutella.
else. Okay, well, I don't really have like a lactose problem, so I don't know what's really gonna make me use the bathroom. But I'm gonna figure something out. I'm like, give me some Arabic. Give me some.
You drink some green tea.
I'm
Give me some
dying.
Arab laxatives.
yo, drink some kombucha before you.
Okay. Start doing backflips and shit.
Oh,
I said, ooh, my belly really hurting. I said, are you ready?
All right.
Are you ready? My stomach hurt.
Had this Chipotle for lunch, and
Yo, I cannot right now.
I said, and make sure you make that appointment at Hermes tomorrow, please. Thank you.
All right. On to our final topic. I wanted y'all to look at this video, and this was cut from a longer video from. I don't know if y'all familiar with Young Sid. He used to do the smash and pass. This one is just like finding the match, and basically, I don't know if y'all seen it, but girl with the duck lips.
Yes, I saw
man.
that. She was mad.
Yeah. Let's just roll the clip.
she looks like she about to fuck him up.
Oh, she say I think he said the real money with the nigga. Yeah. You weird, buddy. You're weird.
Hey, get your ass up. Who you think is best?
The match.
Or you could go first still. Me?
Yeah. You want to do that?
I'm not in the game.
Huh?
Not like that. She belongs to the street. Hold on. So look, out of all the guys, you can go first still in the back.
I don't want them.
You don't want them?
No.
You gotta go out there somebody.
The cameraman.
I gotta work, so.
No, it's not you.
Okay, bet.
Keep working. Him right there. Yeah, it's him right there.
Willie, do you accept or reject? I reject.
Damn.
I'm sorry, but you are out.
But I picked you in first place.
I reject too, though. I'm doing a little bit. But look, let me help you out, though. There's a lot of guys here. Do any of y'all pick her? It's okay to get rejected. You look good. They don't feel like. All right.
It's when a nigga is cheap. I get rejected.
Stop the cap.
You light skin. That's why I like light skin.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
You Spanish niggas, go ahead on to the feminine side.
Damn. Her shield was cracked, my nigga.
Oh man,
That shit cracked her shield.
No, you should have seen the part where her best friend declined her also. She was
mad. And her best friend was like a stud, and she declined her off. So I come to the pet. What are y'all thoughts on that?
You know,
She was doing too much.
I think that's why they denied her because she was doing too much. But
and nigga don't
I
lie.
guess the BBL wasn't BBLing
Okay, because she wasn't that cute to me.
she
I was
she looked
looking at
like a
her
duck.
like,
Yeah, she looked like a duck.
with that Nene Leaks wig on.
okay. New leaks with a hint of Sheree.
Not Sheree. Not She by Sheree.
How
AKA
many times? How many
AliExpress.
times y'all heard me laugh about how women can't take rejection?
Yeah, it was
No,
just
that
like
type of woman, those type of women
that type of
that think that they are the prize and think that they are something to be fond over. And when a guy's like, no, thank you, you a broke ass mother nigga anyways. Fuck you. Blah. Like, how is he broke? Because he doesn't want you.
This reminds me of a question I wanted to ask you, but you were not here, and I'm gonna save it for my final thought.
Me?
You know,
yeah, Zay.
Yeah, specifically for you,
I'm
X. But I'm gonna
asking.
save it for my final thought. Now that you're actually
you
physically
know
fucking
what's
here.
so crazy? All of a sudden, because she wanted him. She wanted Kid Sid, whatever his name is. She wanted him in the beginning, but then he turned like she straight up turned him Hispanic during the rejection. I'm just like, dang. You was ready to munch. You was ready to
I
bend
just
it over.
what you had to ask me, Dion?
You might as well ask him now, Dion.
All right. So, question I've been keeping in my back pocket for a couple of months now, directed at you, X. So, as a gay man, right?
Uh-huh.
When you
Uh-oh.
hear a chick call a guy gay because he don't want her, what goes through your mind?
I look at her like, why are you being disrespectful? And what's making him gay? And if
Am
you're
I?
that quick to open your mouth and say, "Oh, you must be gay," I feel like you probably be saying shit out your mouth, and I kind of look at you a lot differently. Because I'm like, "What you saying? And you're not around." But here's the thing: when women say that, I think that's really low because I'm like, so what do you like? Like, are you just saying gay because in a way that a man should never want? Or are you saying it in like a really derogatory way?
Dion, unmute yourself.
Yeah, nah, I'm throwing boxes around and shit. All right, so my second question in regards to that subject. Now, do you feel that's more of an insult towards, again, as a gay man, is that more of an insult to you or to the guy she's saying it to?
That's a good question. I've never really thought about that, honestly. Because it's like, I feel like it depends on how she says it and like the way the verbiage is. It's just disrespectful both ways. And it's like, I don't want to say, like, calling him being a gay person is disrespectful because, like, what's disrespectful about being gay? But it's like, he's not gay and you're just saying stuff to try to get a rise out of him. So it's like, what's the fucking point? That's happened before. I've had some quote unquote friends who say stuff like that. And they be like, it's not like that, Xavier. I'm like, okay.
Unmute yourself, Dion. I don't know if you have anything else to say.
Well, I guess you gotta continue with final thoughts.
Okay. I was gonna ask you. I was like, have y'all ever had y'all knew anybody that couldn't take a rejection that bad, or is like something like that? It's just
I have.
It was
That
pretty
was
bad.
it. What happened? It was like, did you have to give them advice on how to tell them how to cope with it?
No,
Because I know there's a
no.
lot of people, especially women, they don't know how to take rejection, and
To be
I know that's
honest,
the one way you don't do it. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
to be honest, it was an embarrassing moment. I went to go and visit my cousin in the Bronx, and um, every guy that rejected her was basically gay in her eyes, and I'm just like, I don't know what to. I didn't really know what to tell because she wanted to fight everybody. Like, really? I don't
You
know.
sure she from the Bronx? Cause it's
Yeah,
giving very
that's
much
a
Florida.
no, no. She definitely that's the Bronx side of my family. It's Brooklyn versus the Bronx within my mom's family. That's a whole different story. But yeah, it's just every guy that, and she was pushing up herself on the guys. So I'm just like, I didn't really know how to tackle it because I feel like it's a psychological thing. Like you think by calling a guy gay, yelling at him, cursing him out after you was just speaking all nice and flowery, he's gonna
Yeah,
just say, "Oh, you know what? You're yelling at me.
I
You're
don't get that.
so enthusiastic. I just want to." No,
Yeah,
he's
I
not
don't
going
get.
to want you. He's going to be more disgusted. Like, stop. It's really no good advice to give these kind of people because they just be angry. Once a person's angry, they ain't hearing you. What's the point?
I usually tell people to get up out their feelings
Mm-mm.
because sometimes yeah, there's no reason. There's millions of girls or millions of people in the sea. You want to get your feelings over someone that don't want you when there's a bunch of other people that would love to be with you. So usually, and I understand you probably really, really, really like the girl, but sometimes they don't like you back. And
I'm sorry.
like me, like it's funny because the first thing when I think of this video, and me and Father said this all the time. My guy that's in AI that me and Father told not to mess with the girl. She was not in the right space. The nigga did it anyway,
Talking
and
Oh.
about Eric.
no, not
Damn.
I think they were trying
not
to
him,
keep it a secret.
not him, but
Oh my god.
he was messing and he wanted to get at her, and then me and Father said we basically said don't do it. She's not in the right mental space, and he did it anyway. Got turned down, and like didn't talk to her for a while. And then
I
and
just
then me and Father was like, I done told you don't do it. So he didn't listen. I said, I, and what was another one? I think it was the last day that AI was there, and we all went to a mall. I forgot. I think it was in Crystal City, and one of my other friends wanted to holler at this girl in the glasses store. The nigga went in twice,
Oh,
didn't
It
say
was the
nothing.
Pentagon Mall. It was
I
at
Oh,
remember
fucking
that one.
Pentagon Mall.
Pentagon Mall.
I was there for that one.
Yeah,
Oh
you was
my
there for that, so
god.
you know which one I'm talking about.
Say the
So
name,
I
damn
told
it. Say
him
the name.
I can't
Say the
remember.
name.
I can't remember the person right now.
it's Lionel.
Lionel.
Lionel. Yes.
Oh no! I
And
should have known. That was gonna be my next
I took
guess.
so this man was like, I don't know, should I go back in there? After he went in there twice and did nothing, I said, no, do
Don't
not
take
go
it.
back in there.
You already went in there twice and didn't speak. Don't you take your ass back in that store.
And he did
And
it
I
anyway.
basically told her that. I eat my food. I look up, Lionel was gone, and this nigga is right back at the glasses store. And I looked at him like, "What are you doing?" This nigga gives me a thumbs up and walks in the fucking.
That was
And
gonna be my next guess. This guy Lionel.
Lionel. Like the thing is, for those who don't know Lionel, Lionel is a cute guy, but he can come off corny, and he has not a thing of style. So sometimes I think some girls see that and they just look at it like, uh.
So he has no social skills.
that's
Nah,
just
it's
Listen, I
not
it.
don't
A
think he
that.
lot
has
of girls.
social skills, but
That's what
like,
that sounds like to me. You guys got no social skills.
Nah, it's not that.
No, he's cool until he opens his mouth.
That's this problem. That's the issue.
Imagine Imagine Drake with no swag.
Yeah.
But
So is it
never
just
mind.
that he's nervous?
But
Nah, he's kind of stupid.
Imagine Drake before Degrassi.
Yeah.
Oh no, you went all
Oh
the way
no,
back there.
my nickname for him for a long time is Shamar more or less. So
That's actually
Sham-
accurate. That's
yo,
Jamal Moore,
Ray.
last
Now,
relation.
now didn't you call him I'll be unsure one time? Yeah, I'll be unsure. That was not,
Or I'll be uncertain.
or I'll be damned.
I'll be damned.
Terrible.
I,
Fucking
I,
terrible.
I think I told that boy one time. I said sometimes you was just a waste of good light skin. He was like, I don't know what the fuck you
Oh,
okay.
Cause
Well, I
I
can
thought you was
understand the way he
I thought you was
dressed.
talking about Eric because that one time like Eric was trying to holler at like all these girls. The one time I was when they
It's
had
not
that
Eric
McDonald's.
anymore.
what?
No, not
Me?
that. No, not that Eric.
Oh,
It was
I
another
can
one.
do the door. Oh,
Once I put this up,
yeah,
it'll
like I
probably
said, I can do
remind
the
you
door.
of who I'm talking about. Hold up.
Oop.
Oh shit.
That's
Oh
the
yeah.
that's the one we used to call Brack. But
Yeah.
like every
I
girl
know
he
it's
tried to holler at was just like an epic fail. Like I remember the one time we went to the McDonald's before they like reconstructed it. He was trying
yeah.
to holler at the one girl in there. I think her name was Maisha or something like that, or Aisha. He tried to holler at her. He's like, Aisha, how about we hang out sometimes on your break or something? She's just like, I'll pass.
Mm.
No. And then he tried to holler at this one girl in the class that we did. Damn, what's her name? It was she's her sister went there too. Uh, Shadeja or something. I can't remember her name. But her sister went to AI also, and then he tried to holler at her, and she like pretty much said everything he was gonna do. She's just like, I'm not into a relationship. Like you just met me. You just met my like you just got my name, and you're trying to holler at me already. Then she's like, let me guess. Next, you gonna ask to be friends? He's like, well, can we? She's like, I'm done.
Mm.
Okay, sometimes I don't like females act like that because
Yeah,
That's
that was kind of
horrible.
unnecessary.
I'm like,
Mm.
sometimes you
Hey,
can be love at first sight and become married for 50 years. You don't know.
Like that's your
I think
first impression for real.
I think she just
That's
knew
a
what he was getting
blessing.
into. I
But
think
that's a
she just knew what he
blessing.
was getting into.
that's damn. I mean,
It was, you know what event it was? Remember when we did pizza with the pros?
Yes.
Yeah, it was that. It was that one. Because it was me there. I was in there with Ryan, and I think Alan was there. Yeah, Alan was there because he sat in front of me, and I was wondering how the hell he managed to keep his curls intact. But yeah, I always admired it. I was like, damn, like it looks so majestic. But yeah, that shit was crazy. Yeah, matter of fact, now I think about it, when Xavier had his little Super Bowl thing, and Tiani's sister came, like Lionel was trying to finesse and impress.
Oh
Like, oh my
Lord, I think
god.
I
Oh
remember that.
Lord. Isn't that
Oh
crazy? We
Lord.
we had that Super Bowl party, not knowing that weeks coming, the world will fucking change.
Oh yeah,
Right.
that shit.
Crazy. Like,
Bruh. Ain't that the truth?
we over there tearing up that bonchon, tearing up that curry chicken.
That's not funny, but
Oh
at
nah,
the same
nigga.
time,
Yo, we was feasting. Well,
Oh
I'm
yeah,
not gonna lie to you. We
that was
was
the same
feasting.
that was the same day homegirl said that Beyonce made Jay-Z or something like that.
Ooh, and then Ray had to Ray got activated, let me tell you.
What?
Was that who said that? Was that my former sister-in-law?
I forgot which one of it was, but it was one of them.
It
So
was
I
either,
don't.
I feel like it was either her or Kayla.
Nah, I think it was her. Skips, actually.
Yeah, probably. My
It
former
was her.
sister-in-law.
Yeah.
Yep.
Shoot.
And then Lionel started talking about his basketball practice, and
Oh my
you're not even semi-pro. Stop.
God.
It's like you're just training.
Oh, when he brings up his streams. Oh my god.
Gotta love Lionel.
Shout
Oh
out to
man.
that brother.
Shout out there, brother. I hope he's developed some game, man.
You know,
Because that
I hope his skin shines like the sun.
man.
Oh,
I hope that brother got more game than Parker Brothers, but that okay. On to our final thoughts, and I guess dang, Xavier done dropped out. I don't know if he's coming back, so I'm gonna go ahead and start with Dion.
Well, shit, you already made me expend mine.
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah. So you good?
Go ahead.
All right. Material Life is on you.
So I think my final thought will be with the upcoming season of income tax coming around and everybody's bank account is about to be fat, stacked, and the videos. Just be mindful of your bank account and the scammers that's lurking. That's my final thought.
All right. D Wolf is on you.
All right. Um, never let your enemies tell you who your enemies are. That's my final thought.
Ooh.
Damn.
That was good. Skips, you up next.
I'm just gonna say, with the height of inflation going on, I'm creating this new business idea of chicken, selling chicken, and I got the perfect name for it. It's gonna be called Chicken George. Yep, my real name is George, by the way. So it's just yes, perfect. Chicken George's. Be on the lookout for that.
That's it.
And sorry if I was quiet for the most part. I did kind of take naps in between. I'm a total old man, so
It's okay.
yeah.
This is probably one of our longest podcasts we done had for a minute. So it's okay.
Definitely the longest one of the year so far.
And it just started.
What she said.
Crystal's on you.
I'm gonna try to keep it brief. So, with my little kiddos, even though they plot against me on a daily basis, it's important to bring your kids in the kitchen, mainly because they need to learn how to cook, and you want to teach them life lessons, and it also builds their confidence. So be sure to bring them into the kitchen, smile as much as you can so they don't hesitate to ask you questions. I know a lot of times, I growing up, we were dragged into the kitchen, whether we wanted to cook or not. I was dragged in the kitchen at 9. I'm a little bit traumatized by that. But for the kids that really want to come in the kitchen and cook, invite them and just don't beat up on them if they take long to cut a carrot. Like, what you doing? And snatch stuff out of it. Don't do that. Just be courteous and smile and make it fun and play some Caribbean music. It'll be more fun that way. Every moment counts. That's all I got to say.
I like that.
God bless you.
Yeah. Father is on you.
So I guess what I want to say is, I think we really have some like cool here with this podcast. Like, I kind of want to see it like elevate a little bit. Like, Ray, like, I never told you this, but we could be the next Opera and Preach. We high key could, bro.
Yeah, we could.
We high key could. And I'm not saying that to like, be a comparison or whatever, but like when we here, we make content. So I don't know. I feel like that's a power that's kind of like been untapped. And I also want to extend this to you, Crystal, because sometimes when we be talking about like our more intimate topics, we have a sync. We just sync. You know what I'm saying? It's like we just lock on to each other and then we just finish each other's fucking thoughts. And I'm like, see, that's what we have something special here. Well, I don't know. Let's make content. And there's also one more person, D Wolf, you too. I haven't forgotten about you either. Especially when we be talking that political
Yeah,
shit.
we don't
That
see a
should be
lot of
fun. So I don't know. It's just having conversations with y'all is fun.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it needs to be more.
Should break it down into segments,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. That's my final thought. That's something to think about.
Shoot. Like I said, I enjoy doing this with y'all. Sometimes I even enjoy doing like, even when there's like other topics like the after party, I'll be like doing that stuff with y'all. I know the last one I did, it was like me and B, and we was doing what was the one where the dude he was looking at glow ups?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one was the fun stream.
She was looking at what?
Girls just age instead of glowed up.
Yeah, they just aged up instead of glowed up. That was a fun stream. So
Yeah, we could do like a little wrestling corner. Like just me and you. We just fucking talk about wrestling.
yeah,
Don't leave me out of that shit.
All right, Dion, you can come into
I don't look. I don't mind. It's like one thing I've been doing is, especially I've been experimenting with this channel. So I'll be doing this. Me and Q, we usually talk sports. Anything. Usually, if I like come up with something or if there's something I wanted to react to, I ask one of y'all. Y'all come through. Like I said, me and B, we watched the whole glow up thing, and like she did phenomenal on that. And so I don't mind experimenting on here. So I don't mind doing it. My final thoughts. Super Bowl's coming up, and I'm hoping the commercials are really good. I heard what else? I heard that
Isn't Rihanna performing that halftime show?
yeah, Rihanna's performing at halftime show, so we could really see if she's not Beyonce or not. Shout out to Steven.
She's gonna perform Umbrella out of nowhere somewhere.
Oh man,
Pretty
and
sure.
Also, shit, 20. I'm thinking this is around the time that I know we don't really talk as much politics because everybody's been quiet, but shit, I think this is around the time we're gonna be seeing candidates, and I'm wondering who is going to be running against Biden because I think this one might be a very interesting. So I'm wondering who is going to run against him, and whoever I think is going to run against him, I think Biden's going to win. I don't know because if they come up with some trash candidates, I think Biden's going to win. But if they come up with someone where I think it might give him a chance, I might reconsider. So hopefully, I don't think Biden's doing 8, but if they don't have no good candidates, I don't know. He might do 8.
Honestly, I don't think he's gonna win though. I think people are done with him. Just society about fed up. These prices ain't dropping. They tired.
Yeah, I'm a
And
little
he's too
tired.
old. They just exhausted with him.
I'm still getting the same damn letter about the Sally Mae thing. So yeah.
And he still ain't do shit for black people.
So I think he'll either just have to drop it and let somebody run, or he ain't gonna make another season.
I mean, as the current president, he kind of has to run, right?
No, he can let it go, and they'll put a new Democratic candidate.
He ain't
dropping that. I don't know if the Democrats have anyone worthwhile to this place anymore.
Is that an echo I hear?
Yeah. Why is it doing that?
Seems better now.
The fuck?
Go ahead.
But like I was saying, I don't know if the Democrats have anyone good they could send in, behind Biden anymore. That would be worthwhile.
It's just about to be a weird presidential uh electoral run. This is gonna
I
be
mean,
weird.
the the past like maybe 12 years or so have been strange politically.
Mm, very. We have there's no option.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson. What do you mean?
Look, at the end of the day, South Park had it right. You always have to choose between a giant douche and a
And a
turd
turd
sandwich.
sandwich.
It's true. It's true.
Well, don't ain't South Park good with predicting the president? So who did they predict?
Turd sandwich.
No.
I don't know. It's usually the Simpsons. I know the Simpsons. They're good at
Yeah,
this shit. So I don't know.
Simpsons have predicted all kinds of weird shit. So
Way
someone who
ahead of
writes
their
that
time.
show, someone who writes that show knows some shit.
He must have been talking to
Oh, he
Jesus or
is a
God
Freemason.
or the
Shoot,
devil.
I'll say it's time travel a thing, and we just don't know it yet because
The writer is Negro Damas.
Negro down.
For someone to be as accurate as he was with that show, it's kind of creepy.
Does anyone on this podcast believe in time travel?
wait, do what?
Does anyone on this podcast believe in time travel?
Time travel.
I mean,
I do.
I mean, I said that jokingly.
I do.
I
I
think
don't.
it's
I
possible.
do now than I did before.
Why? Because it's stuff that we
No, I
remember.
no, because you know my stance on, where we live. And it makes more sense to me now because before I used to be like, I hate this shit, man, because how could you go back in time, right? And so whatever device you use, whatever it is, you go back in time. How you in the same? How could you end up in the same spot if there's like a rotation and shit like that? You got to predict where the galaxy is moving and all that stuff before you even end up anywhere near the atmosphere. But now I'm like, okay, now it makes sense because there's so much I had to go through in my head to justify it because I love time travel shows and shit like that, but I can never fucking justify it or whatever theories there are about time travel and the possibilities. Like that was the only thing that was fucking with me. But now I'm like, okay, now okay, if there's a foundation, yeah, of course, because there's no variable of anything spinning and moving and getting out. There's displacement. So
I feel like that shit's just too dangerous.
of course,
Because you could go back in time, and while sure there'd be some great things to be able to go back in time and undo. What's the term called? The butterfly effect, where if you change one thing, it causes like a ripple effect that fucks up a bunch of other shit.
yeah, you talking to a huge Doctor Who fan right here.
I
Which
was
is
about to
funny
say.
because my initials on the show is DW. That's funny.
Or
Mm,
or
if I'm going back in time, I'm staying there.
okay, for the DC Comics people, you seen Flashpoint Paradox where Flash tried to travel back in time to stop his mother from getting murdered?
Yep.
Yep. The new movie is going to be based on that too.
Mm. Mm-mm-mm.
Batman. Batman's father ended up becoming Batman. His mother became the fucking Joker and shit.
Mm-hmm.
That was just creepy.
Thomas Wayne with the pistol. I like that.
Uh, Superman was anorexic. The fuck.
Yes.
That was weird. That was very weird.
That was funny. The most dangerous thing in the freaking universe. weighs about 100 pounds soaking wet. Explain this shit.
Mm.
On top of that, can't control his fucking powers.
Damn, that's really weird.
Have that
Uh,
Chinese food.
all right. So, and the last thing I gotta say, Black Panther and Proud Family is on Disney Plus. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish that up, and that's it. But I would like to thank everybody for jumping on the panel once again. I would like to thank all y'all for listening to hear us talk our shit again. This is, you know what? Let me just say podcast, and we're signing out. Peace.
Cheers.
Adios.
Wait. Before everybody go, Crystal, can you say Brooklyn one more time for me?
She already left.
Damn.